We're back. Smash the like, hit that subscribe, you guys. We have a lot to talk about on this episode of No Offense, All Offense with Nana. So while the intro plays, smash the like. Let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture, Joleen Lunzer here for another live stream of No Offense, All Offense, the pop culture roundup show where we take a comedic look at our favorite shows we like to watch, trending news stories, pop culture things, the things we love to hate or the things we hate to love. We never mean to offend, but on No Offense, All Offense, someone's probably always going to get offended because that's how life is. All right. So hello to everyone joining us live. What day is it? It's Thursday. I know it's been like,
is it Thursday
it's
already?
Thursday.
Oh, I never know.
It's been like a week.
I never know what day it is once I've retired.
Now she's retired. She doesn't know what day it is. So as you can see, I have Nana here. You guys, I haven't streamed in like a week. Since Big Brother has ended, I've been putting out those edited videos. So please, if you haven't already, go show them some love. Those edited videos are...
That's a lot of work. I watched you work on it all day. And I thought, wow, I don't have the patience for that or the talent, but
you do have the talent. You're very talented, Nana.
Not for that stuff.
Well, they're almost like too much. And I don't get to see you guys, but occasionally I like to put out a little bit of an edited video. So you guys know the drill. If you want to support the channel, you can always hit the like and subscribe. It's a free way to support the channel. If you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comment. You can send a super thanks after the video posts, or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or consider joining a membership, whether it's on YouTube or Patreon, where you can get some exclusive content. And is Dave Dog ruining the kitty little house? We might want to grab that from him.
Yes.
Nana is on the end of the desk where the dogs are. So she will be handling Dave. We just have Dave in here with us
what
today.
Should I do with the house?
You can hand it to me and I'll put it up on my desk. So thank you. Liz S says, so excited. Hi from Ireland. Nana wants to go to Ireland. So we'll have to, there we go. We got the little cat house. Here, I'll take it. Because you can kind of smush it up.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I think, yeah.
It's so exciting to be back with you, Joe.
Here. I know I've missed you. So Nana's visiting right now. And we've been having a blast, and we're going to talk to Nana about some stuff. We're going to talk about some pop culture things, Bravo television things. Thank you, Laura and Christy.
Oh, I knew you guys would be on. I knew it.
I know. For the first super chat of the live, we love you both. We have to work, so we'll listen later. We'll have a great day at work.
Oh, you have to work. That's right. It's a work day.
It's a work day.
Don't hate me because you hate me.
Nana's,
okay.
She's rubbing it in that
yes.
She is
retired.
So good to see all of you. Good
it's so
to see
nice.
You guys. All right. So we have stuff to talk about. First things first, we got to get an update from Nana. We got to get an update. How is your giant bush?
Oh,
what have you been up to? People have been missing you. Tell them why you don't go live as much, but you will in the winter. But Nana's very busy. Let them have it, Nana.
In the summer, we are working in our yard nonstop. Nonstop. It's just constant in the yard. And I wasn't able to help Paul with Papa. Just had to do all the cutting down of the bushes and things like that.
Papa cut your bush down?
Papa cut my bush down. I don't know. It's some kind of kinky thing he got into in the 70s and we've just continued it. But yeah, because I had pneumonia and it was the worst. And we won't talk about so much of that because, that's an old people thing. But it was so bad.
How bad was it, Nana? Your pneumonia.
I'm not, honest to God, I've never been that sick in my life. But he wants to get out and I'm going to let him out.
Okay. So Nana's going to get up and, we're going to thank Nana.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. We might have to tell Papa to keep an eye on Dave, but Nana goes, okay. Hopefully Papa's watching. And he can do that. Nobody wants a big bush.
No, why not? What happened to good old big bushes? By the time it's coming around again, as a senior, it's dropping. It's just like not there too much anymore.
That is a wonderful share,
Thank
Nana.
you.
Thank you for sharing on this lovely Thursday
Thank you.
about how your bush drops. Okay. Yeah. Bushes should be trimmed. If you know what, keep your bush any way you want to, as long as you're comfortable with your bush. That's the best way to have a bush. You want to have a comfortable bush.
Have you ever been waxed? Do you ever have a wax? You do? Oh, wow. Okay.
Have you?
Oh, God, no.
I think we know what we're doing this week. Getting
No.
Nana waxed. Getting Nana
No,
waxed.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Susan says too gray.
Too gray? Meaning the bush?
I assume.
Susan, you mean the bush? Yeah, it just, honest to God, I don't know what happens.
Well, it ages like
Well,
any other part of
like,
your body.
you're right.
Nana.
And then you look down there and it's like, oh my God, it's like ZZ Top. Anyway.
You can get it sugared. Yes, there's a sugar.
What?
You can get sugaring.
Oh my God.
Sugar and spice, Nana.
And everything nice.
And everything nice.
But my bush is doing pretty good at home.
Mhm.
It goes kind of to a dormant, but don't we all? So I'm just trying to change up the soil a little bit on my bush, some of the dirt.
Oh, you
replenishing.
Got it.
Yeah, it's nothing's better than a dirty bush. So I've just been trying to work on that, and pretty soon the flowers will bloom off my bush.
Oh,
And that's so pretty. It's kind of a
nice.
hot pink.
Oh, you got a hot pink bush?
Hot pink bush.
Well, you were pretty young in the 70s and 80s when the hot pink. I'm hot blooded.
And
I
see.
feel like we should have done a Nana's bush intro. Let me see if I can pull it here. We'll have to pull up our night pants. Or 90 Day with Nana? Oh, remember when we did 90 Day with Nana?
Oh, those were fun days.
We've done everything with Nana.
Those were fun days.
Okay, let me see if we have it.
Hi,
under-
Pamela. I'm cracking up over here. Good. That's what this is about.
That's what we want.
too much negativity in our world today, and we just need a little lighten it up. And remember to vote. That's all I'm going to say.
Today. Nana's giant bush.
I think everyone should trim up their bush. I know I trimmed my bush up a couple days ago, so I'm pretty proud of my bush.
We're all proud of Nana's bush.
Thank you.
okay?
Thank
I
you.
need to. Did I make a Nana bush emoji? If you have a Nana's bush emoji,
Oh,
if you're a member, put it in the chat. Otherwise, a baby door emoji will work. Hello, Rhonda. Yes, Susie Q said a dormant bush. Great girls band name. Ooh, that
it
is
is.
great.
and now introducing Dormant Bush.
Pumpkin Lady, love you both. The sweetest mom on YouTube. She really is.
Oh, Jamie B, I see you. I miss you too, baby.
Yes, we're so happy to have Nana back. She's back, you guys. Okay, so oh my gosh, Chatty Cathy gifting 5 memberships to the channel. You guys, congratulations to those of you who won the memberships, because you can gift memberships on here.
Yes,
People-
explain that to me just a little bit.
Well, you can hopefully in your YouTube account you have it. I think there's something you have to have in your settings where you can accept gifted memberships. So make sure you're checking your
Okay.
YouTube settings and you have that on where it says accept gifted memberships. And anyone in the chat can go in like you're giving a super chat, but there's an option to gift memberships.
Oh, how
and
nice.
so what Chatty
Yes.
Cathy did is she just gifted 5. And then YouTube chooses 5 random people who are in the chat right now to get the membership.
Oh, it's just randomly.
Yeah, it's. I
Ah.
think they should have where you can select one person, because I saw someone in the chat's like, I want to give Otter a membership, and if I could, Otter, I would do it right now. But even I can't do it. I can't even gift memberships. Some
Oh,
channels
okay.
can,
Okay.
but I can't.
Okay. The
Jamie-
ones I've listened to,
Mhm.
I haven't seen where they've gifted memberships.
Well, usually if it's a channel that can do any kind of brand content, like what I
Oh.
did with Laura Geller, they don't allow you to gift memberships. So I think the channels you listen to, like Mims, Up and Adam, Kempire, those are bigger channels. They do brand work.
Okay.
So they're not going to be able to gift
We
memberships.
just watched Kempire and
Mims.
Mims yesterday, and they both said hello to us. I appreciate
did
that.
Mims.
I just made that up.
He
But
called me
Kempire
this
did.
morning.
Oh,
but-
did he?
yes,
Okay.
But he was talking. Mims was talking about some serious stuff, and he did have. They both had so many people in their chat, and then Mims jumped up to like 5,000 people in the chat. So
Unbelievable.
he
Unbelievable.
missed us.
I like Jamie B. Tell them, Nana, just tell them I'm your favorite. And you are.
Thank you for being a member, Jamie B. Melissa, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Says, I'm giggling in the grocery store right now hearing Nana talking about her bush. Love you, ladies. Okay.
Oh,
In addition to Nana's bush, every time she visits me, we like to do things that, we like to do. And then we also like Nana to try new things. And Nana has not seen some very popular movies.
yes. In the early 70s, when Paul and I were dating, he would take me to movies all the time. And that's what we would do.
Yes, Paul, together in person.
Hi, Paul. And he just won't take me to a movie anymore because he says I fell asleep all the time, especially through, what was it? What's that one big, not Starship, but
Star Wars.
kind of like that movie. Yeah.
Or was it that movie?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. No, that wasn't it. It was something like that. You see, I paid attention. So he says he wasn't going to spend his
but
money
You could.
on somebody that
That's
fell
kind of
asleep.
rude that
during-
Papa said that.
Well, maybe he didn't, and I kind of make things up as I go along.
Mhm.
But I think Papa just didn't want to, a date that just fell asleep,
Well,
Yep.
some people like that sort of thing.
Enough about, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Evelyn, for the 5 gifted memberships. Congratulations
Is
to
that
those
ever
of you.
nice?
We're
Hi, Evelyn.
gonna get Otter still didn't get a membership. We're gonna get Otter that membership. All right.
Oh.
Eventually, one of these gifted memberships will go to Otter, but I don't see Otter's name popping up in green yet. So Nana, there's a lot of movies. Like it's spooky season. I like to watch scary movies.
Yes.
Nana does not. Last year or the year before, I got you to watch Michael Myers Halloween.
Yes. Oh, that was a great movie.
For the first time. So she watched the original from the 70s.
That was great.
You watched the first and second one, I think.
Because who doesn't like to see Jamie Lee Curtis? She's the best.
She's the best. And then you also saw the newer, then you liked it. So then we watched the newer Halloween.
That was fun.
With Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes. Wasn't that fun? I just couldn't get over that. I don't know where I was. I was probably just raising kids and busy, and I just didn't see a lot of these movies.
Oh, hi, Care Bear. Good to see you. Says,
Hi, Care Bear.
Nana and Jolene, and thank you for being a member for 37 months and one of my lovely mods.
Your
so
mods are the best.
They're the best. They're the
They
best.
are. I watch.
So last night we were talking about the new Beetlejuice movie, and I said, "Oh, we should rent it," and then Nana said, "I've never seen the first Beetlejuice," and I'm like, "What?"
I never have. I mean, I don't know what year it was out.
1988.
88. Okay.
Mhm.
So I had an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old.
But there were times after that so my dad has seen it. So Papa has seen it. So I said, all right, we got to watch the first Beetlejuice. So I go, it's not too scary because you don't love, super
No.
scary. My dad hates scary movies. I don't know how I like scary movies.
I don't either. But you always have.
Well, when I was little,
Well, when you go to Desi's and you
Yeah,
see some of those
my bestie.
people under the stairs or something,
or Puppet Master, that scared me. So we watched Beetlejuice with Nana, and that was her first time ever watching the original Beetlejuice with Catherine O'Hare, Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton. I mean, so many people. We need a Nana review. Okay, so set the timer, Jamie B, for a 3-minute Beetlejuice review with Nana, and also let's see if in this time Nana gets us canceled. Because those of you who are new to joining me and Nana, Jamie B or Care Bear, we keep track of if Nana's going to say anything that's going to get us canceled. So far, we've had a few cancellations, maybe. But
life goes on.
Life goes on. So Nana, in 3 minutes.
Oh boy.
But take your time. Okay, start the clock, Jamie B. Can we get just your honest Beetlejuice review, all your feelings about it? Just let loose.
I had no idea what it was even about. I saw about 10 minutes of it and I kept thinking I was watching Edward Scissorhands because I get things mixed up. So I sat there and I'm watching this and I'm thinking, oh my God, they're ghosts. That is just such a cool premise. It reminds me of the
Also,
old.
spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it,
Oh yeah, sorry.
that's okay.
Sorry. And well, everybody in the world's seen it but me. But now I am part of the world. It was just so much fun to watch this because it reminded me of the old. Now, you guys are probably too young in the chat, but maybe not, to remember Topper and that they had movies about Topper.
Who's Topper?
Oh, it's such a good one. I forget who's all in it, but Topper was a series. It was also movies. And these two, this couple got killed in a car accident going skiing.
Similar to
So similar.
Beetlejuice.
So similar. And they came back and they went to Topper's house, and I believe they lived there. I'm not sure.
Topper's the name of the movie?
Topper is the guy. Yeah, Topper.
It's a movie.
Topper.
Okay.
And they have different ones. Topper does this, Topper goes to blah, blah, blah. But
like Ernest. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to the penitentiary.
Oh, I didn't care for Ernest. I just didn't. But Topper, it's if you ever, want to just Google something and watch something fun. And they were the Kirby's was the name of their
family?
Yeah, Kirby's.
Like their last name was Kirby?
The ones that died.
So his name was Topper Kirby?
No, his name was just Topper.
Because that sounds like
and I think he was a bank.
name.
I think he was a bank president. He was very, and his wife, who his wife was? She was Glinda. Glenda? Is it Glenda? Wizard of Oz.
Glenda. Who's Glinda?
Oh.
Glenda the Good Witch?
Yes. Isn't it Glenda?
Glenda. Yeah, you said that she was Glinda.
Oh, Glinda. Well, Glenda the Good Witch, and she's such a cute actress and stuff, and that played Topper's wife. So if you ever get a chance to watch it, go ahead.
Back to Beetlejuice.
I really like seeing Michael Keaton because I loved Michael Keaton and Mr. Mom.
Oh, that is one of your favorites.
It is one of my favorites. I heard he was in Batman too, or Batman also.
Okay.
And let's see, Gina Davis. Do you say Gina?
Did you say Gina Davis?
Gina. It's a Geena.
I'm pretty sure it's Gina, but Gina works.
Gina Davis.
So Gina Davis, excellent.
When you and Dad were talking about Gina Davis, I sat back and I thought they're saying it wrong. So I just sat there and didn't say anything. Gina Davis.
Oh my God.
And I just love her from oh God, trying to remember the different things that she's League of Their Own. See, I'm talking about every other movie except for Beetlejuice. But it just didn't look like something I would like, but I absolutely loved it. It was the cutest premise, and that's why it reminded me of Topper, and I love Topper.
Like a dead young couple just starting off their life and dying is the cutest
Yes,
premise
I thought it was, and I just love the idea that what I really liked about it is that they are going to go on vacation for 2 weeks and spend the time at home. I get that.
Yes.
I get that. And just do anything and everything that you'd want. I love that. I thought that was great. But I loved Beetlejuice. I'm trying to think who else was in there. Give me a hint.
Okay, so you had Winona Ryder. A young
Winona yes.
Ryder.
Wasn't she beautiful? Well, she still is, but she was so beautiful. Steven says, hello from Helen, Georgia. I'm here for Oktoberfest. Oh, how wonderful.
Yes.
Carrie, and this is from Cammie Hawkins. Cary Grant and Constance Bennett, Topper, good one. Oh.
Is that who's in it?
I didn't remember Cary Grant being there.
Gina Davis in it? That's all we want.
Gina was not in there. But what was his name? He had a little mustache and he wore a little derby.
Unless it's Gina Davis.
And then they had the two ghosts had a dog that was one of those Saint Bernards with the kind of whiskey barrel underneath his. Yes.
Okay. We should have done a Topper movie.
Yeah, but that's okay. I really did. It's a staycation, Silly Goose. Is that what it's called?
Yep. Staycation.
Like you just stay where you're at?
You stay home. But you're on vacation. You're not working, but you're staying home. It's a staycation. Or you can get a hotel room in your city and do a staycation. Or travel somewhere within your town and do a staycation.
I am just so cheap. I would just you're paying your house payment anyway. You might as well just stay at home.
Sharon says, I'm here for Gina Davis. Yes, Gina Davis all day. And okay, so Alec Baldwin.
Wasn't he the cutest?
That got you hot and bothered.
Oh my God, was that ever? He is so cute on that. And I love the glasses that he wore on it. Mm-hmm. And I just thought him and Gina made a cute couple. And I loved everything about it. It was at the end, I kind of thought everybody was dead. So I missed something.
Oh, yes. So at the end of the movie, Nana goes, so everybody died. I said, no. They didn't, and there's actually
I thought it
um,
looked as though everyone.
another movie. No, what happens is, spoiler alert, the dead and the living coexist because you see the dad who's married to Catherine O'Hare and is
Oh yes,
Winona Ryder's dad.
Dad.
You see him reading a book about the living and the dead kind of coexisting. So they're all living in a house. And it's kind of nice because Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin's character, Barbara, and whatever his name is in the movie, they wanted children, it seems like, but they might have not been able to
Right,
conceive yet. So they
right.
were able to be ghost parents to Winona
Oh
Ryder's
yes,
character.
I love that part. And then she came home
Yes.
and what did you get in this subject and things like that. And she just is such a beautiful actress.
Winona Ryder and Gina Davis. Nana's a huge fan of Winona.
What's her
Ryder.
name? Ramona?
no.
Winona. Winona.
Shout out to Ramona Ryder. You're such a good actress. Nana
It
loves
is
her work.
just, it is hell to get old, you guys. Your mind just is going a million miles around and around
I
and
think
around.
that's
And
just
then
undiagnosed ADHD.
maybe. But it was, I loved it. I'll say I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think I said
Mm.
last night.
No, last night you said 9.
I've changed my mind because you corrected me about Gina. But that's okay. Gina Davis outgrew the Beetlejuice franchise. Of course, we know Alec Baldwin drama. Yes, we do. Yes,
I
we do. And who said
know.
that? I'm
Joseph,
sorry.
Joseph.
Joseph.
You wanna
Sorry.
read,
Frederick.
comment?
Seltzer Jr. Is that your really last name? I love that last name, Seltzer. It sounds just
Like water.
manly. Yes, but I like it too.
Manly. Not manly.
The day diner scene with Catherine O'Hara
Day
was
Me say day,
wasn't
me say
it?
day.
Wasn't it? I loved when they all got up and were dancing and stuff. Even the ones that didn't think, or like Dick Cavett was on there.
No,
I used to watch Dick Cavett
what did
all
he
the
do
time.
again? Was he a host?
Yes, he was a talk show host. He was very popular. He also was on when Cheers. He was on Cheers one episode.
I got Cheers tea for you.
What?
Okay. So tell us more about Dick Caveat or whatever his name is.
Dick Cavett. And
Okay.
he's still with us. And he just was a great talk show host. He had John and Yoko on there. He just had so many different people. I just absolutely loved it.
Was it daytime?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Oh, well, Nana, thank you, Care Bear. 7 minutes. 7-minute review.
Oh, thank you. I just did it.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yay.
4 minutes over, but very great. So overall, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And like any good person that stands up and does a book report, I would recommend this movie. I would recommend reading this book.
Silly Goose says, worth every minute. Kara
Thank
says,
you.
Cara says, I could listen to Nana for hours.
Don't,
right?
Papa
Lady
would
Jane.
never say that.
Nana reviews are the dang best. Nana is the best. Nana's the reason for the season.
Oh, I like that.
So, okay. So, yes, ALS, good to see you. Speaking of that, Nana, I was listening to a podcast. So there's a podcast now that Ted Danson has, former star of Cheers. I know he's went on to do lots of other things. But what was his name in Cheers?
Ted. No, that's his real name. Not Ted Danson. Just wait a minute. It's going to come to me. It's like there's Coach.
And there's Woody.
And Woody.
Is Woody?
Oh, he was with me.
Oh.
I really liked Woody Harrelson. Oh my gosh.
He's still
so
with
cute.
us.
I know.
Sam Malone.
Sam Malone. I was just, it was coming to me.
Ted Danson, who played Sam Malone, and then Kelsey Grammer, who played
Frasier Crane.
So they did an interview with Frasier Crane because what happened is Woody Harrelson and Ted Danson have a podcast now, kind of like a rewatch. I don't know if it's rewatch, but they talk about Cheers and their times with Cheers.
Oh, I like that.
I didn't know they had. But apparently it's on Sirius XM. If you want to check it out, it's called Where Everybody Knows Your Name.
Oh.
And I was listening to Ted Danson apologize to Kelsey Grammer because apparently on the set of Cheers years ago, there was some kind of Ted Danson got mad at Kelsey, and then they had a strained relationship for the remainder for the last 30 plus years. So Ted Danson
No.
was like, hey, I feel like I missed out, and gave him like an apology, like he felt like it was his fault. So now People Magazine is reporting it as well, saying Ted Danson apologizes to Cheers co-star Kelsey Grammer for 30 years of a missed friendship. He said, "It's my bad." So the actor's caught up on his podcast, Where Everybody Knows Your Name, that he hosts with Woody Harrelson, Ted and Woody. And they were reflecting on their friendship and what it could have been. And this is in yesterday's episode, if you guys are looking for it on SiriusXM, Where Everybody Knows Your Name. Ted Danson, 76, and Woody Harrelson welcomed Kelsey Grammer, 69. Figures that Kelsey Grammer would be 69.
I like Kelsey Grammer. I like him.
I don't.
I do.
So they were in Cheers together. During the episode, the former co-stars discussed their friendship and what it was like off camera.
Oh.
Danson recalled a moment in which he felt frustrated with Grammer, who played psychiatrist Dr. Fraser Crane. And now there's a new Frasier. Do you like the new Frasier?
It's all right, but I like the other Frasier best. You know, when the dad was still with us, and it was so good. And Daphne,
did he
and
pass in real life?
he did.
Oh,
he
was
did.
so
He
good.
was the best. He really was. But I liked it. Paramount is
Paramount, Ramona Ryder, Gina Davis. We love them all.
Paramount.
Yep, like a mountain.
Okay,
Mhm.
Paramount is showing the new Frasier.
So you liked it? Or?
I got to see a little bit more of it.
Well, I guess Kelsey Grammer wanted to have Shelley Long and Ted Danson come reprise their roles on an episode.
Do you think that's going to happen? I don't think they'll get Shelley Long.
Well, I don't know about Shelley Long, but they could with Ted Danson since he's apologizing. So in this episode, they talked about their friendship. Danson recalled a moment in which he felt frustrated with Grammer, who played psychiatrist Fraser Crane, while filming the show. This isn't self-deprecating, but I feel like I got stuck a little bit with you during the Cheers years. I have a memory of getting angry at you once, Danson told the fellow actor. And then Grammer replied with, "Yeah, you came and told me that one day." Grammer, who also starred in the show's spin-off series Frasier and its recent reboot, replied to this. And it's stuck in both of our memories, Danson continued, but I feel like, I don't know. I missed out on the last 30 years of Kelsey Grammer. And I feel like it's my bad, my doing. And I almost feel like apologizing to you. I like how he's like, I almost feel like apologizing to you.
Oh my gosh, just do it, Ted.
And then he said, I apologize to you. And me, that I sat back, and didn't, I really do apologize, Danson added.
Oh.
Grammer went on to share how, despite their disagreements, Danson offered him words of advice that he still quotes to this day. He said, "When I turned 40, you came up and said, 'You know what it means, don't you? Now that you're 40, it means you're finally worth having a conversation with.'"
Wow.
So I guess you got to be 40. I mean, I could see there's wisdom with age, and at 40,
Not always.
Not always, no. But I would say people under 40 are worth having conversations with. But Grammer said, "That was effing brilliant. I've always loved that. And I thought about it and I've repeated it. My love for you has always been as easy as the day, as easy as the sunrise." "Mine too," Danson replied. Grammer noted that even though they spent so much time filming together, they often ventured off on different paths after work. However, their bond on set remained strong. He explained that he learned from director James Burrows how important it was to show up for a shoot and simply be funny together. He recently said, "We were doing an interview together," and he said, "You got to have an oar in the water." Danson added about his relationship with Burrows, 83. "I'd never heard him express this before, but he said, as long as everybody's got their oar in the water and they're pulling, then I'm happy." I thought, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And we're still working together. I mean, he's done, he does 4 shows in the last bunch, and it's great working with him. So he's shouting him out. Apparently, they were reunited in January during the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards, alongside the show's other actors, Rhea Perlman, John Ratzenberger, and George Wendt. The group appeared on stage, standing around a replica of the show's set at the titular bar, with Danson and company behind the bar as host Anthony Anderson introduced the reunion.
Oh, it was such a wonderful show. Cheers. And I love that Frasier got a spinoff
Did you
from
know
that.
that they had a little bit of beef?
I didn't know that.
Me
You
neither.
know, you learn something new every day. I did not
You do.
know that.
You do.
And
learn.
Rhea Perlman. Now, is her and Danny DeVito, are they back together because they split for a while?
They did?
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up, man. Rhea Perlman. Because they have kids, right?
Boy,
Yeah,
that's a good question.
do.
Okay.
Their marriage. The only thing I see is from January. They
first began dating in 1971. Oh, and got married in 82.
Since then they have welcomed 3 children together.
Okay.
They got a Lucy,
Oh, they do.
Grace, and Jacob.
Oh, wonderful names.
In addition to supporting other careers, they have also shared the screen a number of times. We're still very good friends, and we see each other a lot, and our family is still the most important thing to us, Perlman said of their relationship status in June 2023. So as of June 2023, they're friends. So I think they're not.
Right. Man and
together.
wife.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was, and I love Danny DeVito. I mean, who doesn't?
Here, let's share. I should share what we're
doesn't?
looking. Look at their cute little family.
Oh, the girls look like her. Yes.
But as Sharon says, she says they're never getting divorced. Well, there might not be a reason to. I mean, it would be
too much money.
Too much money. If you still get along and you don't mind if each other are dating or boinking other people, to stay married for taxes or something.
I know.
A lot of people stay married for taxes. We've known people that stayed married for taxes, right?
That's right.
They were boinking other people. As long as there is a consent to you both can boink. I don't even know. I imagine Danny DeVito's still boinking. I feel like it.
I think so. 70 something.
Oh, he's still boinking.
70 something. Yeah, it's just he was so good on Friends when he was that cop at the shower, and he was a stripper cop and he was doing that little dance. Does anybody remember that?
I
It was
really
so good. You
didn't
weren't
watch Friends a lot, but
I
you
just-
love Friends.
I just getting into it recently, you know, watching a lot of them, but during the time I didn't watch it. But I just love that show. That is so great. Danny DeVito definitely still F's. Okay.
Definitely still F's Tesker. Yeah.
Okay.
Whisker Justice Warrior says Nana is iconic.
Oh my gosh. I've never been. Oh, thank you.
Yes, when Nana. Bravo Beth RN says, I love it when Nana is live spilling all the scandal broth. Speaking of which, you guys. Okay. So speaking of kind of scandal, reminded me of Sandoval. So Sandoval has come back after a long hiatus of, touring the country. He's very famous, wink, wink, in his own mind with his karaoke band. And he has that new girlfriend, Victoria Justice. No, her name's not Victoria. Her name's Victoria. She's allegedly, no shade on her, no offense, all offense, a very successful model you've never heard of. Okay. And she's beautiful. She seems nice enough too. I don't have a problem with the lady, but
she's very beautiful. And I like to call her Gina.
Gina. Yes, Gina. Well, when Tom Sandybutt was filming Traitors, so he's going to be on the 3rd season of Traitors, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's a great show. I hope they roast him, rake him over the coals. Who knows? But I hope it doesn't go that well for him. No offense, all offense. Okay. So he's excited about his new season of Traitors. While he was filming Traitors in, I believe, Scotland, there was some drama that popped up with Billy Lee. Remember Billy Lee?
Yes.
And Billy Lee calling out Sandoval, his girlfriend, saying that Sandoval needed an intervention, that he was doing drugs with Victoria, and just spilling all this tea, and that Victoria's a love bomber and a drunk, and just they went on Victoria then, his girlfriend, and Kyle Chan, who is the jewelry guy that is friends with the Toms, especially Sandoval, and he's also best friends with Tucker from this season of Big Brother 26. They're besties. Tucker, he was voted America's favorite player. I know Nana does not watch Big Brother.
No, I don't.
She does not know. But they went on Up and Adam. And
they did.
And Adam interviewed them about this drama with Billy Lee because Kyle Chan and Victoria didn't really have a podcast or anything. Well, Billy Lee now is a stand-up comedian.
Billy Lee, wasn't she the receptionist or the hostess?
She was a hostess, just like Lala was.
Okay.
Yes. And so they, Billy Lee's a stand-up comedian now, and she has her own podcast. So she's been talking about this on her podcast. So they had this kind of back and forth, but it fizzled out because Tom wasn't around, and it was kind of, I felt for Adam in that interview. He did a great job, but they weren't the best to interview. There was a point where Victoria was like, "Can I go pee?" And it's like, we're live. Can you hold it a little bit, or can you
maybe
just
not
turn
maybe
off?
not.
Well, can you put a catheter in, or one of those,
Poise pads?
Put a poise pad on. I mean, Nana,
Just sit there and smile at the camera while you're peeing. What are you going to do? No.
So there was this drama, right? Then we didn't hear about it, which was fine. Then Tom Sandoval comes back with his podcast, Everybody Hates Tom. Okay. Hey, producer Linda.
Oh, producer Linda. Hi.
So,
hi, honey.
Yes, Dreadful Ruby. Adam did a wonderful job, but they were all over the place. Adam was keeping it organized.
Yeah,
but
as he does.
As he does. You can only do so much when you got, interesting guests. Okay. So it was an interesting interview. But then Tom Sandoval comes back from his big tour because he's very famous. If you guys didn't know, if you've ever heard of
I
his
missed
band.
that. I'm sorry, I missed that. We did get to meet him at the Bourbon Room.
We did. Years ago, before Sandoval. But Tom Sandoval's and the Tom Sandoval Can't Sings is the karaoke band he's in. Okay. So he comes back and he's like, I'm going to bring my podcast back. Everybody's waiting for Everybody Hates Tom, the podcast. It's so good. Now, he told us he has moved out, or he is planning on selling, finally, the house that he shares with Ariana.
Oh, they still haven't figured that out?
Well, no, because of him. She was like, let's sell it.
Yeah.
And he said, well, then I want to buy it, and I want this or that. And she's like, no, then you have to pay me for all of the furniture and all the things I paid for. And he was just being a butthole, and he can't afford it on his own. But here we are. Okay.
Wow.
So he confirmed that he is selling the house. He does plan to move out, and he's going to move in with his new girlfriend, Victoria. Yep.
You know what? Give it a rest.
Well, Victoria has a home she owns because she's also a very famous model. Okay. And her home sounds very nice. So I don't know if she's going to sell hers and then they're going to buy one together. We'll see. But also in this podcast episode, they decided to address the Billy Lee stuff. Now, put it in the chat if you guys want us to react to it, because I know when they start talking about it on his podcast, we can pull up his podcast. We can kind of roast it a little bit, because there are some accusations he makes and she makes against Billy Lee after Billy Lee made accusations about him. So I know
how old is this new girlfriend? Does anybody know?
Okay, of course it's what we want. Okay, obviously, guys, sorry. The new girlfriend is 32. Tom Sandoval is 78 years old. He's older than you.
I know. I'm so excited.
It's crazy. It's crazy that he is just, you'd think by, 82 years old, he would
age.
No. Did I turn off my keyboard? Why is it being a booty? Okay.
Age, the final frontier. Nana is going to turn 70 next month.
In a month.
And producer Linda and Papa are 70 already.
Are you age shaming, producer Linda?
No, I'm just mentioning it. I watched what they did, and I'm going to follow suit to just go into 70 gracefully.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So, let me just mute it for a second.
Ramona.
And then we'll share it here and we'll react to it. Thank you, Ramona Ortiz, for
so nice.
the super chat. You guys, I will be going back to my daily No Offense, All Offense. I know we did Big Brother, and we'll have some Big Brother postseason. I'll still be talking Big Brother postseason. I'm still I might do some edited videos here and there, but I feel like maybe until something big happens, if anything big happens with the Big Brother people, it seems like what happens with Big Brother is quickly, I think people are less interested in the house guests as they leave the house, it's crazy, because if you look at like The Bachelor or Bachelorette, people can cover The Bachelor, Bachelorette all year long, but that does make sense because they have multiple seasons every year. And they have other spinoffs and stuff. But with Big Brother, it's like there's a short window. Thank you for the super chat, Ramona, of where people are interested. So let me know if you guys are still interested in that, because I'm still following their Instagram lives and things. But I noticed on my last video, I think we went from getting like 20,000 views to like people are like, it's at 5. People are like, maybe we're good on these people. Maybe we're good on these people. So if you're not interested, no worries. We don't have to cover them. But I will be going back to No Offense, All Offense, probably weekdays. and talking about pop culture shows that we're watching, all the fun stuff, just having a good laugh. Okay.
Yeah, you do
So-
an excellent job with that.
Bright
I'm
Art
so
says
proud of
you'll
you.
be 70 in December. Happy birthday.
November. Oh,
No.
Nana.
It's about Bright Art right
I
now.
always think it's about me. I'm really sorry. 70. Oh, in December. Okay, so 1954 rocks. Yay.
Rocks. Yay. People are saying you look amazing. She does. She always looks amazing.
Oh, you guys, thank you. I mean, I feel good. I don't feel like I'm going to be 70. Producer Linda and I talk about this all the time. Someone mentioned in the chat about what was 69 like, and they said maybe I worded that wrong. That was pretty funny. I don't know who it was, but it was pretty funny. But yes, I do better in the even years. That's all I got to say. So I'm looking forward to 70.
Yeah. I feel like 44 has been better than 43.
Yeah, I just do
40.
better in the even years. I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just in my head, but yeah.
Maybe it is. Okay, so 50 Janet says 54 is the best year to be born.
Yes, it is. Janet, yes.
So a lot of people are saying BB over it. And maybe I just need to make the videos a little shorter and more fun.
No, you made it wonderful. It's
We'll
just,
see. We'll see. But I think people there is a very short window after the show. I think there's a lot of interest, obviously, still in Tucker and Rubina. Angela's going to get a lot of interest. I think Leah, she's got quite the fan base. People are kind of interested in Quinn. But other than that,
okay.
Chelsea, the winner, I don't even know.
Now, Alexandra is saying, I love the energy here. You are all amazing. Thank you,
Thanks,
Jolene. And is that
Alexandra.
ever a nice thing to say?
That is so sweet.
And it's fun to be up without any hallucinogenics, isn't it?
What?
I don't know.
we didn't even do any cocaine today, which is crazy. Because
It's just crazy.
You know how we love our cocaine. No, we don't. Was that a kitty? Is there a kitty at the door? I heard one go. Meow,
Well, they're just going to have to wait.
meow.
Or do you want them in?
No, they're okay. They have
Okay.
so much room, and they got Papa. I think they're just like, hey,
Hey,
thank
Papa.
you, Spy Girl. Thank you. I know not everyone's a BB fan, so we're back. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me preface it a little bit here, Nana. Okay, so I'm gonna play the audio. We'll have to mute when we play it because we'll see. You guys will let us know if we play it, if there's any reverb, if the sound is okay. But so Tom Sandoval, obviously his very popular podcast, Everybody Hates Tom, or Everybody Loves Tom, episode 26. I can't believe there's been 26 episodes. That's ridiculous and should be against the law. But here we are. Okay. So here he is. He said he had to rent podcast space. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. We're just going to listen to the highlights with the Billy Lee drama. Because he doesn't want to podcast anymore out of his home. Today he's podcasting with himself. He was bringing Schwartz in sometimes. He had laptop boner Jason, his friend who always has his laptop on his lap, but he never uses
But
it.
we don't know why.
We don't know why. But here we have his girlfriend Victoria, the famous model who once dated Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, allegedly, yep. And then we have her friend who's a model, and this very young guy. Super cute. He was delightful and lovely. He has a skincare business, which I think it's always super cute when like zygotes have skincare business. And I'm like, talk to me.
Don't worry about your
When you
I
hit-
suppose you should always.
You should always, but
SPF.
when they're like, oh, your skin looks so great. It's like, yes, because he's a fetus and fetus skin we know is the best skin.
always good.
So he's cute. He's a model. And Victoria said, this is my first podcast I've ever done. And they talk about bands and how Incubus changed their lives. And they love Fred Durst. And they throw some shade at Katie Maloney because they said they saw Katie at a Limp Bizkit concert.
Oh, I
Now,
love
Victoria, me too. I love Katie too. Victoria said, they saw Katie and Dana. And Victoria said, I pointed to Tom for him to wave at. Because they know, like, I don't know her, but like for them to know, but she like, it didn't seem very friendly. And Tom's like, oh, it wasn't friendly. It was just like, Katie, we were here first. Because apparently Katie said on her podcast, oh, I wish they wouldn't have been so close to us, which I don't blame her.
I don't either.
If Tom Sandoval's anywhere near me,
no.
I hope he's not, So Kate, and why would Katie be nice to Tom? Tom was always a dick to Katie Maloney. Everyone wants to say Katie's a bitch. Tom's a bitch. No offense, all offense. Okay. Tom was very rude to her. He got in her marriage. He was just yuckster USA. And why would she want to talk to you and your new girlfriend? You suck. You weren't nice. You treated
That's right.
her business partner, one of her best friends, like shit. So of course she's not gonna have time for you. So anyway, so they're talking about this. All right. Oh, you and ALS share a birthday.
I know. I just pointed to it for Jolene to highlight. I love somebody else that has November 20th birthday.
Anna goes,
Yeah, like Joe Biden has my same birthday.
no way.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
you
yes.
could be president, Nana.
I could be president.
Yes, Fred Durst, such an influencer. So they're like, and you know, he's like, I can't believe that you like that same music, like Smashing Pumpkins, and Bush. I'm like, those are actually really popular alternative 90s bands. So I don't know what they're talking about. She's like, I do love that. I love that. We go to so many concerts, and he also say he doesn't do drugs, and we're like, okay, cool story, bro. So you could tell Victoria wanted to bring up this Billy situation. She'll say, you'll hear her say, I don't really want to talk about this. I don't really remember what was said, even though she has notes. So in my opinion, just off the bat, before we play it, Tom, why are you even addressing this? Clearly you don't have anything to talk about, because if you've gone this long talking about Billy Lee and bringing up this drama, why?
Stop it.
I wouldn't care what she said.
This model, and you're seeing that picture, right, everyone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Brown isn't the best color.
Really, it's fall though.
But she could jazz it up with something else, because
you want her to bejewel it.
What? Do what, honey?
Put jewels on it or something?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you meant by that. I wasn't sure. Okay, but yeah, this brown isn't the color. No.
Okay, so Victoria Nana thinks you're beautiful and lovely and wonderful, but she wants you to wear more than brown. I actually don't mind the brown on brown set that she's wearing. I think it's kind of cute. So let's listen to them. Now, you guys, please put in the chat if there's any reverb, and then I'll mute us while we listen to it. But I'm going to try it without muting us. And again, I don't want to stop, be a hater. If you want to watch this, the whole thing in its entirety, you can look up Tom's podcast. The real name is Everybody Loves Tom, episode 26. No hate. If you want to go watch that. He also has a YouTube channel. You can look it up. We're just going to take a little bit and commentate on it, react, roast, parody. But the title of it is Catching Up and Answering Questions, because God knows I've been waiting to catch up with Tom Sandy Butts. Okay? So let's take a listen.
Okay.
And see what he has to say.
Good. My Way. They did a song with like Saliva.
I don't know why you're
like jumping up and down.
Side stage, he was so cool. I know that. I mean, it seemed like we kind of put a little damper on Katie Maloney's and Dana's night, and then the other girl that
I don't even know who those girls are. I know Katie, obviously, but like I don't know the other girls. But
well, that was your first time probably seeing Katie.
Yeah, I just remember looking over at you, and I'm like, I think Katie's over there. And then I whispered over to you, and I'm like, I've never seen, because I've never seen her in person. I'm like, she's really cute. And then like I looked over, and I thought like, oh, we're all adults here, whatever. And I looked over at her, and I'm like I pointed over at you. I'm like, you should say hi to her.
Oh yeah, of course. I was going to.
I remember I was like, you should say hi. And
I
then
could tell they were like looking at me and like talking about me.
Well, I looked over at her, and I was like pointed over to you because you were like waving.
Yeah.
And then like
I was like this. I was like, hey, it's cool. Like, hi.
It's all good.
What's up? And
that was a hard no.
I got like the nastiest like somebody just like she smelled something disgusting, and like you can't sit with us vibe. It was just like a.
Okay, in Katie Maloney's defense, she did smell something disgusting. Everyone has told us, look at your face right now. That's what they look like when they smell you. Allegedly, obviously, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything for entertainment purposes only. But people told us you stink, Tom. And why, again, would Katie want to talk to you? You were never nice to her. You were always coming in between her and Schwartz. You were nasty, even at their wedding. Whenever you could get a little dig in, you took it. She doesn't have to like you. This is what Tom has to realize in his life. Women don't owe you dick. They don't owe you anything. If they don't want to like you, they don't gotta like you. And if you don't treat people well, you don't have to do those niceties. Nana, thoughts?
The thoughts are, I'm looking at his shirt. What brand is that? It is like a Big N or something.
I don't know.
Or
it says the most. Oh, it's one of his shirts.
Oh, no wonder I've never seen it.
Yes, and like Dreadful Ruby saying, and you still can't sit with them, and that's
No.
okay. No one has to sit by you. Okay, we're gonna keep listening. I'm gonna mute us just in case there's reverb.
Okay.
And we'll listen. I did speed it up just a tad because these people literally talk like this, and he's like, I saw her, and she was like, Ariana, just because you're friends with Ariana doesn't mean you can't talk to me. It's like, okay.
Wait,
Like a
and so
turn.
who's Katie?
Katie Maloney. She's Tom Schwartz's ex-wife. She's also on the show.
Oh.
She's on.
Well, this is Victoria's friend, the model. He's cute. It's not. I don't think he's trying to be shady.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally think he's a zygote. He doesn't watch Vanderpumprules.
Okay.
He never watched it because Tom even mentioned The Hills. Like, I showed up in the episode of The Hills on. The kid was like, oh yeah, I think that was on when I was in utero and I could hear it through my mom's belly or something. He's very young, and so Victoria maybe just wanted her friend on. I don't really know why he's there. Because why? But okay, maybe she was nervous and she needed her friend. But here we go. Let's keep listening.
On
so you
Vanderpump
know
Rules.
her, know her.
Yeah.
I don't. He
Okay.
does, yeah.
And it was just like this, like
I didn't even like, because I don't know why I didn't wave. I just pointed over at you, like hoping that you guys would be like cordial. And I'm like, well,
because you never.
I'm at Limp Bizkit. I'm not gonna let anyone ruin my time. And I just like had fun. Like I was like,
we had a blast. We were like, I was sweating.
I know. I just like right
I
when
saw
that
those videos.
right
You
when
guys
that
were going
happened.
crazy.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
it.
But right when that happened, I was like, okay, well that's no workout. And then we just started
Yeah, we're
like,
just like, okay.
we just started like headbanging and just like jumping. It was so fun.
God,
God, that was such a good night.
I remember I heard that clip where she.
I can't with these people. It's so unserious. She's like, oh my god, we were just like having such a good night. It was so fun. Okay, back to let's talk shit about people. That was so, we were having way more fun than them.
Okay.
They weren't having fun. I was like, okay, all right, come on, Tom, bring us back in.
He was talking about like you guys could have gone to the other side of it. It's like,
You
girl,
said that?
yeah, like we could have like moved or something. I'm like,
We are-
girl,
Who said
we
that?
were there first. You guys walked up.
I'm
Like,
30.
Katie said
I'm
that?
32 years old. I think I'm old enough to be able to handle somebody beside me. and
yeah. I mean, they weren't even right. They were like, I don't know, 12 feet away or something. Like there was a group of people. You
But
know,
like my head wasn't
it's
like
20
thinking about
people at
them
least.
being there. I was thinking
Yeah.
about holy shit.
Like watching
I am
Limp
size
Bizkit, watching
you're
Limp
right.
Bizkit,
He keeps
watching.
like
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
Yeah.
He keeps walking past me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
That's where my head was at. And then just like
Watch.
She have to look at him and go, Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst? Is that Fred Durst? Did she really? We're such big fans, but we don't know the lead singer's name. Let's just listen to that one more time.
Right there,
he
just
keeps
watching.
like
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
Yeah.
He keeps
Yeah. Did I
He
say
keeps
it
like,
right?
what? Fred Durst. I'm a huge fan of Fred Durst. Fred Dust. I love Frank Dust. He's so good.
walking past me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much fun. That's where my head was at. And then just like
watching
they
the jump,
opened with break stuff, ended with break stuff, and I'm
Dude,
like, oh my god,
lost my shit.
It
It looked like so
fun.
much fun.
A little
It
more
was.
down. I like looked over them a few times. I'm like, are they just here to like be here? I know they were like, I don't know. I'm just like, because they were just sitting there, you know, and like,
Were they not like having fun?
I don't know. They're just.
Tom, he doesn't learn anything. People don't have to have fun the way you think you're having fun. You fake the funk. You're always like, I'm having so much fun. And we know you're not having fun. You're going through a midlife crisis. You're very upset about it. You like to put your wiener everywhere. But Katie and Dana are known to go to these kind of concerts. They like Warped Tour type stuff. They love like emo. They love like pop punk. They host emo nights with Ariana and Sheena. Like they're really truly into this type of music, but he can't even let Katie like the music she likes and let her experience the concert in her way. This is again, we see Tom Sandoval. He's so annoying. He even wants to control how a woman enjoys a concert. They're like, I know, but they even having fun. Look, I don't know. I was like sweating. You're sweating because you're allegedly. I don't know anything. You know what I mean? But sometimes a little bit of, maybe something could make you sweat. Nana,
I forgot about that, Tom.
what?
I just forgot about him.
About it.
I like
So-
Schwartz because he's from Minnesota, but yeah,
Schwartz is just as
I know.
weird.
I know.
But unfortunately, like you're still like Tom. This is what you want to come out with, and this is the same guy that then wants like sympathy and shit. And you're literally policing how Dana and Katie enjoy a concert. Not everyone wants to jump up
Yeah.
like and go crazy, Tom. You're 65 and you have 2 new hips allegedly. So you got to be careful. We know that, Nana.
Oh, with 2 new hips. Yes, be careful, Tom.
Yeah, you could have booger sugar sweats. Anybody could. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know. Frank Dust might make you want to do a little booger sugar. It might make you. But the fact that he's like, I don't know if they're having fun. Why are you even saying this? Who cares? She doesn't like you. She saw you at a concert. She felt like you're a little too close to her. And then you're like, oh, it's your first star. So annoying. So annoying. Okay, let's hear what these geniuses have to say now. And obviously the Zygote, poor guy, he just wants to promote his brand, you know, but he's talking about music before he was even born. And who's Katie? I mean, why are we having him on here if we're just going to talk shit? Well, it could have just been Victoria and Tom.
Did you ever have any Limp Bizkit CDs?
Yes. When Limp Bizkit, especially when they first hit the scene, because they toured with like Korn. I don't know if they were a product of the band Korn and Jonathan Davis, but Limp Bizkit like hit the scene early days of TRL. They started playing it on TRL. They had all this, break your fucking face tonight. Like, and he also did a remake of Faith. That was the first Limp Bizkit song I ever heard, was George Michael's I Gotta Have Faith. Ooh, I gotta have faith.
I love George Michael.
And he would like
I
scream it.
loved him.
And then Fred Durst disappeared for a while. I don't know where he went, but now he's back. Mazel. But yes, Limp Bizkit was in the early 2000s, late 90s, very, very popular. But I don't know, since then, I noticed that I'm seeing them performing live again. So I don't know what they did.
Okay.
I don't know if they kept touring and we just didn't hear about them. But yeah, Car's like, yeah, Limp Bizkit was like 30 years ago, which is cool. I just went to a Bush concert, last year, and I loved it because Gavin Rossdale was just.
Where was the Bush concert?
Oh, Nana's Giant Bush. It was at the Acrisure Arena. No, it wasn't at the Acrisure Arena. I'm sorry. It was at the Fantasy Springs Casino or something.
And I missed it?
You missed it. Yeah, George Michael was amazing. And also,
so good
George
looking.
Michael, I believe, was James Kennedy's like uncle. I was gonna say father, not father, but like a
really
not like a real uncle, but like a
not
like a blood.
Okay.
I shouldn't say real uncle, but not like a blood uncle, but like a
okay.
close to the family. But yeah, Bush is great. Gavin, I want to go see Bush again. We just had Weezer out here and I missed it because it was like the 30th anniversary of the Blue Album. And Weezer is just, oh my God. I've seen Weezer in concert, but Chell never had. So I wanted to take him, but then we weren't able to. So yeah, Godfather. Thank you, Cammie. Thank you, Silly Goose. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Always.
How many likes do we have?
Oh yeah, smash that like. We got 200 watching. Let's see if we can get 200 likes, you guys. It's a free way to support the channel. Thank you so much.
And where do you see the numbers?
Up here, you can see how many people are watching.
Oh, I see. Okay, how fun. Okay,
let's get it. Okay, let's keep listening.
Just kind of sitting there. I'm like,
oh no, not.
I mean, I've been to like, I go to music festivals and stuff, and I like go see an artist, and I like maybe know one of their songs.
Yeah.
I think I saw them like moving around a little bit, like during rolling, and I'm like, so you know, like the cheesiest one.
He's such a freaking low-key, high-key hater. Like, oh, so you know like the cheesiest songs. Bro, your whole life is cheesy. Your whole look is cheesy. Your whole existence is cheesy. You can't be calling Katie cheesy. Katie and Dana are anything but cheesy. All right? They're cool. You're not. That's just how life works. Okay? He's so delusional. Of course they know that. First of all, it's Limp Bizkit. In itself is cheesy. It just is. This guy is so lame, Nana.
Does Katie still have her sandwich shop?
They do. Katie and Ariana. We got to go there.
I would love to. And is it in LA?
It is. It's in West. Yeah, it's in like West Hollywood. But yeah, we got to play. He is being. I forgot I have my sound effects here. He is being a player hater. Like what a player hater, bro. Talk to anybody who's like, would be kind of like a music snob. They're not going to put Limp Bizkit in they're just not. No shade, no offense, all offense to Fred Durst, but I think like a band like Korn would hold a little bit, kind of in that genre. Bro, it's Limp Bizkit. Calm down. And it's Fred Durst back on tour. More power to him. But because they like certain songs, he sounds like the douchebag who's like, yeah, that song was cool. I knew about it before everybody else when no one else knew about it. You're 70, Nana. Can you imagine acting like this? And you're almost 70. Why is he acting like this? You don't act like this.
I could if you wanted me to.
But they need the player hater and the not like us because they're just not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Daddy D is in the house. Remember when you signed Daddy D's tats?
Oh, hi, Daddy's D. Oh my
Daddy's
God.
D.
Daddy's disappointment. You were so much fun. Thank you. You were
She's
so much
fun and
fun.
beautiful. Well, name a
Yes,
more
she
iconic
is.
mother-daughter duo. I mean, you and your daughter are very iconic. Very iconic. Melissa says, I went to the Limp Bizkit concert over the summers. I'm sure it would be so much fun. I would totally
Yeah.
go. I would totally watch Limp Bizkit. No hate. But to act like it's like, you better know this song by Limp Bizkit. It's Limp Bizkit. Like any song. You can like any song you want. It doesn't make you cool because you like one song. That is what people would say in high school about bands. Be like, oh yeah, you like Radiohead? Oh, do you like OK Computer? Or do you? And you're just like, I don't know, I just like Radiohead. Oh, okay, well this is a better album. You're like, okay, cool. OK Computer, cool. I mean, what an asswipe.
I'm sorry. That was never my favorite Limp Bizkit song out of all those songs. Fake,
It's the
Well, it's subjective, Tom.
most like
commercially, like
yeah.
Not commercial, just like you and your cheesy karaoke.
Oh,
How is karaoke
stop
time?
it.
I can't. I'm taking too many breaks. But I gotta roast his ass. How is karaoke time gonna tell us and who's cheesy and who's not when you are in a whole ass karaoke band and can't sing, and you are losing money by having to pay the people in your band, and your drummer has a laptop owner? How are you gonna tell anyone who's cool? Katie and Dana, when they do their emo nights or RM, they look cool. Tom, you don't look cool.
now is Tom and Ariana, are they divorced now?
They were never married.
Oh, that's right.
They were just together 10 years. So they
Oh,
could be
that's
technically
right.
Common law.
Okay. I forgot that they weren't. Okay.
Yeah.
They owned a house together. The house
Yep.
is still, who's living in it?
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
No, I think he was or is. He'll kind of, I
Okay.
think, talk about that. But yes, Cammie said Tom's growth was stunted in second grade, but the rest of him in 1996. He is literally Arrested Development. Like he is very much stuck in he thinks he's still like 20 years old or like, well, he was a teenager in the 60s because he's like
Yes.
80,
absolutely.
So he's so desperate, like Silly Goose say, to be young and hip, but you're neither, bro, and that's okay.
I know, and that's okay. It's fun to grow old.
Yes,
It
grow
is. I mean-
old, and then you want to spend your Friday night between Michael's and Joanne Fabrics using your vouchers, and that's a good time.
Or just staying at home watching. I have 127 episodes of Leave It to Beaver
Way to go, Nana.
recorded. Yes.
Yes. 5P said it was so fun. The place erupted into chaps or claps for corn. I got off the floor just in time.
Wow.
Oh, so I think you're talking about. You went to the Family. Oh my God, the Family Values Tour in '98. Ice Cube, Rammstein, Limp Bizkit, Korn. That was an epic. I didn't go. I'm not as cool as you, but yeah, that would have been very epic. Christina saying he is in high school and we are in Brooklyn trying to survive in this economy. That's a line from who said that in the Real Housewives of New York? I forget.
Radio.
yeah.
I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't paying attention. I was in my own
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm not gonna yeah.
This one curl is the reason I started my wavy hair journey. When I found pros, I was desperate for a solution.
Well,
Alex.
like I guess like my musicians that like got me into music.
Alex
was,
McCord.
Let's fast forward.
shit.
We don't
Like, on
care.
the flip side of things,
No
when I was,
offense to this real
Disney
gentleman.
World, like, oh, see, he has a neck tattoo. So
All right.
Oh, I know that laugh.
It's an uncomfortable, awkward
Oh.
laugh.
So here's what they're going to talk about: Billy Lee.
it's an uncomfortable
bad?
laugh.
So the question is, which a lot of people obviously are wanting to know, is what happened with you guys and Billy Lee.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. What happened is
You know what it reminds
I mean, I would say
Victoria's laugh reminds me of, remember when John Candy and Uncle Buck, and
Yes.
she's dating a guy named Bug, and he goes, you ever heard of a ritual murder? A ritual killing or something. Super funny. I'm going to speed this up a tad, you guys, to 1.2 because they talk so slow. And it's not for dramatic effect because it's not that entertaining.
yeah,
what happened with us and Billy Lee? I mean, what happened with Billy Lee is the real question.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've known Billy for you know, a while now. Obviously, she was on Vanderpumprules. I met her before that, and you know, we were close and good friends, and it's very sad because, you know, you feel like you can trust somebody and you feel like you know, you have a friend who's open and honest and real with you, and then you just find out this whole other side, and it's just
I'm muted. Say it again, Nana.
He just described himself.
How are you that? He's like,
Oh.
imagine having trust in someone you trust and you love and you believe they'll do right by you. And then all of a sudden you realize it's all fake and a facade. Bro, yes, exactly. It's like Ariana with you.
Stop it.
This guy
Stop
is
it.
so, what is this personality disorder called? Because I want to make sure I never be around anyone with it. Because
Effed up.
this is a really, yes, Nana.
Effed up.
He's described himself.
Yes, he described himself to a T because he thinks so much of himself. I'm really over this, Tom. I
Mhm.
really am.
I think everybody is.
Yeah, I can't even believe that. Well, I just have a
Yeah.
hard time with.
He doesn't, yes, Jim says he doesn't get it, itis. That's what it's called. He goes, yeah, I mean, I really like trusted her and then they like broke your trust. Have you ever had that happen? It's horrible. Yeah,
Really?
Tom, we watched
Really?
you do that in real time, bro. Oh my God. Care Bear says psychopathy.
Yes.
Kara says narcisspsycho. Is that what it's called? Narcisspsycho? Narcissistic personality disorder? Plus more. Brianna says, again,
Oh,
we're not doctors.
stop it.
Allegedly. Okay, so let's keep going, Tom. Keep digging your hole.
it makes you sort of question, like it makes you like sort of pull in.
Remember when Ariana did that and you guys all judged her and said you should talk to everyone on the cast? And she felt very unsafe because she had been lied to for so long and felt
Right.
betrayed by her number one and people around her, and who knew?
Absolutely.
But when she tried to pull herself close, that's a natural protection thing you would do, a mechanism to help yourself. So it's crazy when it happens to Tom. Everyone's supposed to care, but when he does it to someone else, you're like, come on, film the show. Then you bully her and try to get her to look bad on the show, bro.
Into like your shell. And you know, with Billy Lee, you know, I can explain some. I know she went on quite a tangent, which was just so frustrating, and like all the shit that she said about you.
I wish Billy Lee would beat him up. Don't say that. Don't. I only
You-
advocate.
no,
Don't
we
advocate
don't
for
advocate
violence, except for when I advocate for violence. But I kind of wish she would maybe tie his shoelaces together. You know,
Like all the bullshit.
Oh,
It's like
please.
nobody even like from my like from the Vanderpump world, from that audience, even knows you yet. And it's like it's so
And she's trying to-
fucked up for her to create this character. It's like a character.
Yeah, it's like I haven't even been able to speak, and she's already created of like
This whole
narrative
bio
like,
of
who I am.
Victoria and this whole
Yeah.
dynamic that just didn't even exist.
It's like, oh well, you have nobody knows you, but I'm going to paint the narrative of who you are, and that's the first thing that everyone hears. And then I even like have people walking up to me, like you're welcome, Billy, but
Yeah, it's so
Like,
fucked up.
you got what you wanted. I have people walking up to me at shows, and then they're like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry, like I've heard so many like awful things about you, but you're so nice. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me. And I'm like, I like to.
She didn't watch Vanderpump.
No, she
I mean, she did not watch
she said she
Vanderpump
only watched the last 2 reunions. She had never seen it before, allegedly.
because she just outed herself by saying he's so nice.
No,
You're
she's
so nice.
She said people come up to
she's-
her.
Oh, stop.
Because she feels like Billy Lee painted her as a bad guy. So now she goes to Tom's karaoke shows and there's only 5 audience members, allegedly. So she can talk to everybody the whole time. So she's able to say hello and they have conversations because nobody's listening, allegedly. And so then they go, oh, you're so nice, because they're drunk, allegedly. And so that's how it goes down. So I always find it interesting when people tell you that either they are nice or people think they're nice. If you are nice, we will know. You will show it. You don't have
That's
to
true. That's
maybe
true.
say it. Okay. Thank you, Roxanne. Oh my.
Oh, and all the
goodness.
critters. It's so
Take a
much.
second, and I'm just like,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's so much fun to be here with the
Oh,
puppies
the puppies
and the kitties. Yes, we're busy. You're
you know
busy.
what?
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna let it bother me, because I'm not gonna let some person that obviously is hurting on the inside or whatever is going on with her paint the narrative, write the narrative of my life and who I am, because that's not who I am. She said I was a drug addict and said that all of these things, and it's like, I mean, let's be real. I mean, we just smoked weed for the first time.
Twice.
together.
We smoked weed twice.
No, but I'm saying
Recently,
like we
yeah.
just recently, like, you can go and see it.
I just,
No one believes you.
I-
First of all, Tom has no credibility. I'm sorry, Victoria, but it's no. So Tom, so we've just smoked twice. We just smoked twice. We just smoked weed for the first time ever, or for the first time together.
I don't want to know more about her.
Too late. You're going.
It's on
I
my
just
Instagram.
It is.
It's where I'm like, it's where
We like just tried weed yesterday.
I'm like the ghost under the
Yeah.
sheets.
Victoria, run, girl, run.
I was like, hey babe, should we smoke weed for the first time?
It's just really
Who believes that she was like, hey, babe, should we smoke weed for the first time? Tom is
Stop
weed.
it.
Like,
He
Tom,
is.
mushrooms, weed, hallucinogen, other things, allegedly. Come on.
really
But,
frustrating
like,
because
Even other things. It's like,
Yeah.
I also never said I was a perfect angel. I drink.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcoholic. Like,
Yeah.
I will go to an event or I'll go to Schwartz and Sandy's and have a drink, have a couple drinks. But
Also, we're adults.
we,
Crazy.
I'm 30, I'm
Yeah.
a 32-year-old.
Right. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we have fun. We go out. We
I am
drink,
not,
like, come
and we
on.
are not vampires.
We don't care.
No.
Excuse me. We work out. We,
Yeah.
work.
exactly.
We get our,
I love how they always talk about how busy they are, but they're like, we work out. Oh, and we work. We don't quite know what Victoria does. There's modeling, but people have not been able to pull like any modeling things, which is fine. Whatever, girl. Do you? Also, we don't know what Tom does, but sing karaoke. He did Traders. And then
Every
what?
time you say traders, I always think of Trader Joe's. Is he working there?
Well, no, he's not.
I love Trader
He's
Joe's.
not happy enough. The Trader Joe's people are lovely, and they have to ask you about your stuff. He would just be talking about himself. Exactly. What is it exactly you do for a living, sir? But they're like, we work out. If we want to party, we can because we work out.
Oh,
Be
Our
fucking
stuff done,
responsible.
yeah, we
I
got
mean,
stuff-
this is out of
work hard,
in
play hard.
like 20 plus years. This is the least that I have drank, gone out. Like, I'm very much more
Yay.
responsible. And I think it took taking like that 8 months off of drinking and whatnot, that like I just needed a reset. And I never ever like planned on just like never drinking again. I was just taking a break. And with this whole thing with Billy, I'll back it up a little bit. I want to try to be brief. I don't want to get all like totally into it, but
Spoiler alert.
when the affair first happened, like Billy pretty much separated herself with me and like went all like Team Ariana and all that stuff. And I get it. I was a fucking bad look, and in some ways, like I probably still am, unfortunately.
You are.
But
She went Team Ariana?
yeah, I didn't hear from her at all. And then
That's so crazy, because when she was in your kitchen, she was constantly like, fuck Ariana, fuck the
I
plants."
know. I'm
Like,
like, yo,
fucking
chill
watering
out,
these
Billy.
plants.
Like, yeah.
There's actually by the way, there's a
Oh, damn.
I just,
They're going. And Billy, oh my God, is she dead? That's so funny. Because when I was in your kitchen, Billy Lee said, fuck Ariana. Fuck her. I hate her how she's so beautiful. She's horrible. Horrible. What? Oh, yeah.
I love this because I was just thinking about this. How do you say that?
Osweiler.
Osweiler girl.
Mhm.
Tom owes his mother so much money. I wonder if he's paid her back yet.
Started,
My guess.
No, it was confirmed. He confirmed that he had not paid his mom back, and that was just months ago. So, no.
I would be so disappointed if he were my son running around like he's 17. Sorry.
Nana, that's how Angela Murray got in trouble on Big Brother, is because the guy brought up his mom and said, my mom would never do that or something. And then she goes, well, your mom's probably very ashamed of you or whatever. And they got, and I didn't think it was a big deal. People are like, she's the bully in him. And I'm like, he's the one who brought up his mom. And oh, well. Are you going to call him crazy? Then she called him crazy eyes. Would you say Tom Sandoval has crazy eyes?
Sandoval?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think crazy eyes. I just think he speaks
Delusional eyes.
very delusional, very delusional. I'm really, like I said,
Add
over
that
this
to the
time.
cancel. Add that to the cancel list. Nan almost got us canceled because she pulled an Angela Murray. We don't over here. Well, I don't think it was a big deal for her to say anything about his mom would be ashamed because he's the one who brought his mom up. And I don't think there's anything wrong with what you said either. So we're mostly being sarcastic, but yeah. Okay. Let's keep going on this.
Somebody sent me this. There's a video of her in like February recording a podcast of her saying that, but yet she's like saying all of this stuff of how she was on your side, and then now all of a sudden she's trying to win over the fans.
She's like kissing Ariana's ass.
Well, she's trying to win over the fans on the podcast by saying now she likes Ariana, but I'm like, you are shit talking Ariana in the house.
She's been like, nurses are calling on you to help save lives.
Yes, on AA renews Desert Regional's lease.
Come on, bro. So they're pulling receipts. So she just said that, there was this thing from just like not too long ago where at the beginning she was saying how all this shit about Ariana. And then Tom actually got laptop boner Jason, it looks like, to pull some receipts, Nana. We are seeing in real time. They have never done this before. So not only is he a player, but he has receipts, proof, shots, fucking everything.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything.
Oh, let's listen. Okay, let me just rewind it a little bit. Oops.
And trying to win over the fans on the podcast by saying now she likes Ariana, but I'm like, you are shit talking Ariana in the house.
She's been like telling the press and people that I'm living there, which I'm not. So now I stopped watering her plants and she can go fuck herself.
Yeah, let those fucking plants die. This whole spiel of like,
Billy. Well, I do. Here's where I think I do not agree with him. We already knew this about Billy Lee. We knew Billy Lee was being a little fake the funk. We knew Billy Lee is going to do a clout chase. And that's why I've never been like, oh yeah, Billy Lee. But we knew she was, hating on Ariana. We had heard rumors about that. She hitched her wagon to the Sandoval train thinking that would take her somewhere. But I feel like Billy Lee is in a position where she's going to hitch her wagon to the thing she thinks is going to, get more people at her shows. But definitely flip-flop her energy with that one. And, because, Billy Lee's like, I went in their house, I cleaned it, I did all this stuff. Well, you chose to do that. And from what Tom's about to tell us, which, again, you can't trust him because he lies, but Billy Lee also is a little bit, both sources are sketchy, in my opinion. He's going to tell us that he was giving her money. She didn't have places to stay. So, all right.
That she gave up friends and lost all these friends to be friends with me is total bullshit. She didn't lose any friends. People in general were always a little scared of Billy because she would use the trans card and do things like that a lot and call people out and like not call people out, but go after people like if she got upset. And even like I wanted to read this because she's like, I remember going back on this podcast. She's like, oh, I only did say one thing about Katie and blah, blah, blah. Not invite. It's like, girl, they just didn't like you. They didn't invite you to something, not because you're trans. They just didn't. Right. But she chose to use that. Right. And then like later on, after like she left the show, she, tweeted at bravotv, what about Jax Taylor? He refused to film with me because I was trans and I called him out on his white cis privilege. Stop celebrating this disgusting actions. # cancel Jax. Like she would say things like this. So people just kind of like steered. Yeah, she fucking tweeted it. And so.
Okay, but let's not pretend Jax Taylor isn't hugely problematic.
Oh my God, stop it.
That wouldn't surprise me if he was transphobic. He's everything else phobic and an asshole. No offense, all offense, but for real.
Tom Sandoval. I just don't understand his thinking. I think he's just boring. He's got to go.
Fix yourself, girl. Did he just say cis? Well, probably because Billy Lee spelled it out for him. He didn't say that he was a cis male this time, which he has said before. And now I'm looking for my little cyst. It's our cyst sound effect.
The new thing is that, as a cis male, did you say cyst? Raise your voice, yell, do whatever you feel entitled to do. But as a straight male, if I was a woman, I could do that. If I was a gay male, I could do that. But as a straight male, if I raise my voice, it's wrong.
Oh my God, Tom.
The
Tom is
cis
so
male.
performative. He's so ridiculous. Yes, Care Bear. Care Bear says, well, she being Billy Lee has a point because Jax is a douche and probably really said that for real, for real. I wouldn't be surprised, right?
No, absolutely not. What was that show that him and his wife were doing?
The Valley.
Oh yeah, The Valley.
Did you watch? It's good.
No, I didn't.
What?
I didn't see it. No.
You got to watch it. Yeah, I think you were supposed to maybe recap some episodes with me, and then
I know
you were like, "I'm not watching this."
I know. I just Jax. I mean, are they divorced now?
That they are getting. I don't know if it's official.
Okay.
Because he put the paperwork through. But he did it himself at first, and then he signed over all rights of his kid to her. And he was like,
What?
"Whoops," on accident, because he thought he was smart enough to do it himself. And it was like, "Whoops." Dreadful Ruby makes a great point. The narrative is so unfair. Maybe a trans woman has some freaking trauma regarding people disliking her because she's trans. 100%. But he don't give a shit about anybody. And he's gonna say, when anyone says the race card or the trans card, you're like, you're in for an eye roll. Like, okay, sure.
People will like steer clear of her a little bit, and people didn't necessarily which I found with certain people, especially through this whole like affair and all that stuff. There were people that like mutual friends of Ariana and I hung out with, but they were more just friends with me, and people didn't necessarily like them as much. And Billy was one of those people, and so like she kind of was like, "Hey, Team Ariana," and everybody's just like, "Nah." And then a month later, she like hits me up, or 6 weeks, 2 months later, she hits me up. She's like, "Hey, just checking in, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, Billy would like, of course." And then shortly thereafter that time, and this is kind of what caused a little bit of the friction and jealousy towards you.
Side note, but like this whole team, I keep hearing Team
it's just
Ariana,
stupid.
Team Tom is just silly.
First of all, it's not silly. We look at this shit like sports. No one ever says being Team Vikings or Team Packers is stupid, unless I guess you're a Packer fan and you're like Team Vikings, or you're a Vikings fan, you're like Team Packer. But people pick teams. It's a television show.
They're going to pick sides.
So you're going to pick sides. And even in a friend group, when you have a friend group, you've probably had this, Nana. I know I have, where people split up, and the one's like a cheater asshole. I'm going I'm with her. Hashtag I'm with her. So, oh my God, the only people that say this whole sides things are the people who are in the losings when it comes to the losing side. Certain things, the teams thing is ridiculous, but this isn't one of them. Okay. Victoria, oh God. And I have a feeling she's going to be joining him for more podcasts. And also they're still trying to negotiate contracts allegedly for Vanderpumprules. And they're going to try to get Vicky. And Vicky's going to be like, okay, let's take that paycheck.
Hard.
It is
to that.
Yeah.
Silly. It's stupid.
Yeah, there shouldn't be teams.
There's no team anything. It's just like.
No. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. That just
Yeah.
caught me off guard.
No, I know. It's just.
Yeah.
So when shortly thereafter she started talking to me, obviously I was in a very vulnerable place, and I remember her asking me, and this is what caused some
vulnerable place
shit
alert
with Victoria, and is that she asked me,
it's always the women. He's in a vulnerable place. They take advantage of him. It was the same thing with Rachel Raquel. She got naked and went in my pool. How could I say no? It's her. She's a slut. Not me. Like, he has no control over his own dick.
Where is Rachel?
Rachel was doing her podcast.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot.
And then she recently, I think, I haven't listened. She recently came out, I think it said she's not going to do her podcast anymore.
You're lying. No, I'm not lying.
Which she'll do something.
Okay.
You thought she went back home?
Yeah.
No, she started, well, she might have for a little bit, but she started doing her Rachel podcast. I forgot what it's called already. And yeah, and she was and then she was like, this podcast is gonna be, it's gonna like, what is the Rachel voice again? I'm trying to remember. Rachel Raquel. She's like, and this voice is gonna be, okay, so I'm doing a podcast, and it's not gonna all be about Vanderpumprules. I'm gonna talk about mistresses and the misconceptions of mistresses. But then she ended up like recapping Vanderpumprules. Okay. And remember, you guys, we have to remember Tom is very impressionable.
Guess what? I was very impressionable when she took all her clothes off and jumped in my pool.
Stop.
Dude, you're 90. You can't be impressionable when you're elderly. When you get an AARP card, it's like, oh, I know a little better.
He doesn't know better. He doesn't know better.
He does.
He really doesn't.
He gives himself, but that's how he kind of, don't you think that is how he gets away with it or tries to get away with it, is going like, no, like, sir.
It's always somebody else's fault. Yes. It always will be. Any woman that goes with Tom, God bless you, because you're going to need it.
Yes, you're going to need the prayers, the exorcism. You're going to have to exercise the badge, exercise the brain after him. Amalesh, thank you for the super chat. Amalesh says, my favorite binge watch is back. Also, hi, Nana. Yes, we're back.
Hi, Amalesh.
We're back, baby.
No, I can say Amalesh. I just can't say Gina or Gina. Yeah, okay.
She called Gina Davis, Gina Davis, and Winona Ryder, Ramona Ryder.
Ramona Ryder, one of my favorites.
A beautiful name. So there you go. David Cushmore, thank you for the super chat. Says Thursday Night Football is tonight. Vikings versus Rams. We'll be watching. 8 Eastern. Happy Halloween. It's early. Yes.
David, thank you.
Thank you, David. I've been watching all the Vikings games. We had our first loss. Shout out to DGF. Because she is a huge Detroit Lions fan. Maybe Jamie B would be too, because Jamie B lives there. But the Detroit Lions gave us our first loss of the season, which that was a hard one. That was a hard game. And then we also watched the Wild.
Yes.
We watched the
Timberwolves
lose to the Lakers last night. Another sad one. And LeBron got to play with his son for the first time.
That was fun to see. That was fun to see.
Good for them. But I was like, okay, let's go, Aunt. Let's dunk on Bron's son. I can't believe LeBron James, you guys, just a quick tangent. His son is like, what, like 6'2", 6'3", and LeBron is so tall, and his son is just like average height.
Well, 6'2", 6'3"
for basketball.
Oh.
But I mean, like, I guess it's not average for every man, but that's short for basketball. I know, like, point guards and stuff, you're a little shorter. There's been shorter players. There are shorter players, but I'm just surprised your dad is so huge. And then he's cute. And LeBron's wife is gorgeous. I've never seen his wife before. And I was like, is that his wife? Oh my God. Jim says, Jolene is a touchdown. I'm into the foosball now, and I'm very into it.
I know. I couldn't believe.
I know.
I mean, you really are into it. I'm not much for the sports and stuff until I'm a fair weather fan.
Yes.
We had 5-1 now. Is that how you say it?
So, yeah.
5 wins, 1 loss for the Vikings. Yes, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I am loving the Vikings. I'm practicing doing the gritty for when, Justin Jefferson, when he scores a touchdown, he does a little dance. And I did it on a live, and I wasn't very good, but I've been practicing. Chell said I held this too long.
What is that?
When he does the eyes, he does the dance, and he does a one eye. So I've been watching. Okay. Paul says Colts versus Vikings next Sunday night. The only 3 hours that I won't like you. You know what, Paul? That's hilarious. But my husband, he lived in Indiana he went to high school in Indiana, so he loves Indiana, and so he was a huge Colts fan.
Oh, okay.
And loved Peyton Manning and all that stuff. So,
hi, Paul. Love your name.
Shout out to you. But yes, we will be enemies that night. Go Colorado. Oh, Colorado Avalanche are such a good hockey team, and they have a good logo. And so I do like some Avalanche and Denver Nuggets. Yes.
Did we miss
No, we got it.
We got it. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I just want to make sure that we.
You went to Ben Davis. My husband went to, what school did he go to? What high school was his high school? It was a private school, and it's outside. It's in Bloomington, like right outside of Bloomington, Indiana, I think. I went and saw it. I was doing comedy shows in Indiana, and I told Chell, I'm going to go to your high school and walk around to see it. It was really nice.
Can you go? Just go in?
Hill? Was it Cathedral? Went to Cathedral or something?
Cathedral City? No.
Yeah, I think it was called Cathedral. And then he went to Vincennes for college for a little bit. I think that might be in Indiana.
Okay, so Paul's saying, tell your husband I went to Ben Davis.
Yes, I'll have to tell him. He'll know what that means. I don't. I've only been to Indiana once, but I went to Bloomington and I really liked it.
When I hear Indiana, I think Indiana wants me. Lord, I can't go back
Okay,
there.
so yeah, Cathedral.
1970, 71, Cathedral High.
That's where he
That's
went.
it.
It was a nice little school. I was like, look at Chell, little cake eater, going to Cathedral. Christina says sports. Yeah.
Well, I know if Linda, producer Linda, if you're still watching here, honey, which I'm sure you are, we talk about sports too, and we go, she grew up with sports because her brothers were into hockey and football and baseball and all that, and that's where her dad's attention would go for the boys.
A lot of Midwestern dads.
Yes, all Midwestern dads. So it's kind of like,
you guys are over it. Brenda says, do you think there'll be another reindeer games? Not this year. So I don't know if it's completely canceled. I don't know if they're treating it like Celebrity Big Brother, but we're not getting one this year that I heard. There's no reindeer games. I wish they would bring it back. It's like a version. It's a hybrid version of Big Brother that they started last year around the holidays.
Okay.
It was all holiday themed. It was super cute.
I wasn't sure about the reindeer games, what that was.
Don't get me started. Sorry for the tangent. But we watched the links.
Yes.
The links are amazing. It would have been their 5th, I believe, championship in the WNBA. And they won, David. They beat, no offense to New York. Congratulations. They got their first win. But I told my dad, we were watching the game, I go, the fix is in, because those national announcers kept saying this would be the first time New York would win a championship. And then all of a sudden, okay, New York calls a timeout. It's in the 4th quarter. And their coach talks to this one girl, and you can kind of hear the audio. And she goes, embellish it. She makes her arms like this and she says, embellish it. That same woman, I apologize, I don't know her name. She's a great basketball player on the New York team. She goes out there and maybe tries to draw a foul. I don't know. It wasn't a foul. Our player only touched ball. Like, if anything, that girl looked like she was charging more than anything as she was going toward the net. Again, this is my, me talking basketball, which is not the end all be all or super experienced, but they called it that it was a foul. Even the announcers who the fix was in said, we contested it. It was very clear it was not a foul. We were already up and there was seconds left. So they got the foul. She made the 2 free throws, which then tied to put us into overtime, and then they won. Horrible.
Oh, honey, I'm
Horrible.
sorry. David Cushmore, thank you for the super chat. Too bad the
foul
links
calls
lost. Yes,
were horrendous, and even LeBron tweeted about it.
Oh,
NBA
really?
players were tweeting about it. Our coach, she was like, "That's ridiculous." They asked their coach in a press conference after the game, and she goes, "I thought it was a good call." Well, of course you did.
Of course you did.
Amelie says, "What a coincidence! My high school in Mumbai's name is Cathedral." See, good name. Good name. Dreadful says, I used to be a hockey fan. Then I had kids, and there's just not enough time in a day for 3-hour hockey games. Forever a Sens fan, but couldn't name a single player now. Yes.
I understand
we
that.
get it.
Getting busy with,
That's 3 kids.
yeah, with family and stuff, you bet.
That's a lot. Okay.
Hi, Linda. Is
Hi,
that
Linda.
little clap hands that she put up there?
Yes,
That's
Nana,
cute.
Those are, look at your friend all tech
I know.
savvy.
I was going to say, how
Our
do you get those?
Well, that's how she got the job as our producer.
I know. How do you get those?
Yes. So thank you for bringing up the links, because they really are the one Minnesota team that just gets those. They win championships. The men can't. They're not pulling very well. The women, the links are killing it. I told Jill, I go, let's do a sports show together because it'd be funny. Just, I get pretty hyped up, and half the time.
Oh, you get so excited.
I'm
I know.
wrong. And he was just like, no thanks. So, okay. All right, fine. I'll find someone else to do a sports show with me.
Because she's always wanted to have a baby and whatnot. She asked me if,
Okay, so now he's talking about Billy Lee wanting to use his sperm to have a baby, which Billy Lee talked about, that he had offered his sperm, which who wants that?
if it came down to it, I needed a sperm donor, whatever, would you possibly do that? And obviously I'm like, oh my gosh, this person wants to have a child. If she can't, whatever, has to get a surrogate, okay, I would consider that. And I was like, yeah, I would consider that. And so fast forward, all of a sudden I keep hearing things, and this was during the time, me and T were never serious. T, that girl that was on last season.
One of the great.
You remember T?
No, I'm
Last
sorry,
season,
I don't.
It was the young woman that, did you watch Vanderpump last season? You really didn't.
I kind of just, stepped back away from
Yeah, so she was a woman, very young, and then Ariana went up to her at Tom's and basically was like, don't waste your time on this loser, introduced herself. And you could tell it was just a setup for the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Christina, thank you for the super chat. And Lala, like Rachel Raquel, that's how I have to get into the Rachel Raquel voice. I'm slowly getting back into my normal brain and not my big brother brain. So, and Lala can just do whatever she wants. And Lala, did you receive the hair stuff? We're going to check my P.O. box today or tomorrow. We're going to check the P.O. box. I'm just looking at the time. And I will see. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I left my little notes in my purse. I've received so many nice gifts.
Me too. Well, let's talk about it. Is in your purse at home or here?
I thought it was here.
I have some people I want to thank too because they got me gifts off my Amazon wish list. So we'll talk about that at the end. Does that sound good?
Okay, I don't remember who it was. It's okay.
Oh, we can grab them if you want. Or we can do it tomorrow.
Okay, I think I have to look at things because I've gotten so many nice things, you guys, and I don't go on enough, and I should, with Joe to thank you.
We miss you. Everyone's always asking me.
I've just gotten so many nice gifts and stuff. And do you remember who I got the little bunny from? Build-A-Bunny, Build-A-Bear?
Pumpkin Lady.
Oh, Pumpkin Lady. That is the
She's
cutest.
obsessed with it.
And I'm not, after having the grandkids and stuff and the cute stuff, they're not touching this one. This is so adorable. And it's got a little
It looks like
black
Nana.
vest. It's got black.
Does that have a jean jacket?
A jean
Like
jacket
you,
and
the
a
glasses.
it was just the cutest. I just loved it. Thank you. And I saw it's got
Next
so many
time
different
we see
things.
the pumpkin
Yes.
lady in the chat, stop me and then you can tell
I've
her.
gotten so many nice things. And let's talk more about gifts.
Save it for the end now. We got to get through the Tom Sandoval. Yes.
Talking to other guys, she even told me about one that was on only. We were never serious. That girl that was on last season, we were never really serious. She was talking to other guys. She even told me about one that was on OnlyFans or something. And anyways, I don't know, but we were never really that serious, and we weren't really for that long either. And
He's talking about tea.
and so, she was like,
All right, keep going.
hey, Billy sang some crazy things, because Billy would come over, and she did help me find an assistant, but she would come over. Billy never really had a place to stay. So she would be dog sitting, kind of living out of her car, stashing stuff at friends' house.
Dang, she never really had a place to live. Okay, Tom.
Stashing stuff at my house, coming over, doing laundry. And at that time, Ariana wasn't staying really at the house. She was on Broadway, whatever.
She was working, Tom. You should try it.
And it was a big house, and I liked having the somebody there, even though she would just come over. She would
So you were using Billy Lee. So you just basically admitted, I liked having someone there doing stuff, cleaning shit, so you're using her for her companionship and her cleaning and watering the plants and stuff. But now, no thanks.
be on her laptop, go outside, be chilling, whatever. And I didn't mind it, but it was very much sort of like a mutually beneficial thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
So you don't feel alone.
Exactly.
I've had one of those.
yeah. And
What'd she say? I can't even understand this woman.
Quit talking.
What did she say though?
it was very much sort of like a mutually beneficial thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
So you don't feel alone.
Exactly.
She kind of felt alone.
Oh, she kind of felt alone.
Yes.
Nana, you're usually deaf.
No,
How
I
did
can
you hear that?
I could hear that
She
because
kinda felt alone.
I used to talk like that when I drank.
Well,
So I
that's what
understood it.
No offense, all offense, but that's what people say that Vicky likes a cocktail.
I
You
could
know?
understand it.
Okay, she kind of felt alone.
I felt alone.
Nana speaks Vicky. We need her on the translator. So I'm gonna have you translate for her. Okay. Okay. So she said kind of.
yeah. And so she did start helping me out. And one of the things, her car got broken into, and she needed, her laptop got stolen, other things got stolen. I don't know if her car actually.
You should also lock your doors.
What'd she say there?
You should also lock your doors.
Oh, she's victim blaming. You should also lock your doors.
Maybe he didn't mention that the doors were or were not locked. So
Right.
it could have been a break-in.
Ma'am, thank you for translating.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I don't know how there was no broken glass.
Not saying I obviously got her flowers.
Yeah.
I felt bad that her stuff got stolen.
But she accused you of love bombing.
because I got her flowers because her stuff got stolen.
She accused you.
Okay, so what'd she say here?
Because, her stuff was stolen.
That's because I love bombing.
Of love bombing.
Because I got her flowers
after her
car
got-
because she was crying. He was saying that this was a really
Yeah,
good
you're
friend
coming
of
on a
hers.
little too strong, babe.
What did she say? He was saying this was a. Okay,
She
Yeah,
accused you of love bombing
because I got her flowers
after her
car
got-
because she was crying. He was saying that this was a really
Yeah,
good
you're
friend
coming
of
on a
hers.
little too strong.
Because I got her flowers. That's
He
not
was saying.
that's not what people need that are homeless. You know, I mean, serious.
Nana.
Help her out with something else, but give her flowers, and she's to put them where?
Because Tom just said she doesn't have a home. Yeah, so where's she going to put the phone? She's staying with him. But what did she say in that last little breath, man? I need you to really listen.
All right, I'm going to listen.
She accused you of love bombing
because I got her flowers
after her
car
got-
because she was crying. He was saying that this was a really
Yeah,
good
you're
friend
coming
of
on a
hers.
little too strong, babe.
Oh my God, all of your things got stolen, so I'm getting you flowers to make you feel better, and I also got you a gift for your birthday.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's a love bombing.
Oh, because he said like a friend of yours. I think that's what it was. I actually understood it.
Okay.
After listening to it a bunch of times, he's like a friend.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I like that actually hurt my feelings. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm like genuinely just trying to be a nice person and actually just put a smile on your face and make your day better.
But that's the thing
And
that
you
bothers.
are taking this now that you are upset over Tom, and you're using anything that you can against me. Like, even, sorry to interrupt you, but like,
No, go.
You keep interrupting. We don't care what
Really,
it's
sorry to
just
interrupt you.
I like he told me, and I'm like new coming into like his life, and I have to understand, like, I'm hearing some really sus
We need a like count in the chat, please. Thank you.
some really sus things from Billy,
And not the likes on the video, but how many times these people use like in a sentence.
right? And I'm coming to Tom, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if this is true, blah, blah. And Tom's looking over at me like,
Homeless, not powerless.
excuse me, you know, I'm not going to get into everything because it's just, honestly, I don't want to get into it because the more I give, the more she's going to try. And
Okay, well, you guys have already given into it and you've been shit talking her and replying or whatever the hell you're doing, which again makes no sense. If
No.
you're doing so well and you're killing it in your karaoke, why are you talking about what Billy Lee said 12 months ago? No, really, it was probably like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, but still, that's a lot. Like, he didn't say nothing. Now you're saying something.
We don't care.
Yeah.
and it's just giving
not
her
necessary.
what she wants, and that's
Yeah.
what she wants.
Yeah, you just gave her what she wanted. Congrats, Billy Lee. You got content for your podcast.
Yeah.
But anyways, but what made me upset is I found out that she was your friend, and I offer her a place to stay. She didn't have a home.
Okay, what did she just say?
Excuse me, but I know she's your friend, but she didn't have a place to stay, so I offered her
A place to stay.
a place to
I'll have a place to
stay,
stay.
a home.
I love this Victoria accent. I'm really digging. Like, I have a hot place to stay. Who was that guy in Father of the Bride? It was Martin Short when he plays the asa, asa, asa.
Oh
When you take
yes,
the flowers.
it was the wedding
Yeah,
coordinator.
Father of the Bride.
I saw that one. I saw that one.
home.
Yeah.
And
A free place to stay. On
I
one of your
offered her.
extra- she has-
I gave her.
you know,
I
she
gave
has
her the code.
Victoria's got you got your own house.
I
you
gave
have
her a
extra
code
room.
to my house.
Victoria has her own house. Very successful model. Huge.
Very successful.
You heard of Heidi Klum? What about Victoria Lee Robinson?
And someone just mentioned in the chat earlier that J.C. Penney she's modeling for. That's why no one's seeing her.
Good for you, girl. Eso se hace paras. I wish I could be a I wish I could be a Kohl's model. Get some free Kohl's.
House. I told her, I was like, you can have your own bedroom. It has a walk-in closet as your own bathroom. She
As a walk-in closet for your own bathroom. And she is like Frank. It's so cute. She's like, I'm a walk-in closet for your own bathroom. Frank. From Father of the Bride.
didn't have a home. So like,
God, they really driving this homeless narrative on Billy. She has to have a home. I gave her flowers to sleep on. Like Nana said, what's she gonna do with them? Eat them?
I mean, come on.
Make a bed?
Start thinking. I mean, toiletries would be nice. Socks,
A roof?
underwear, a shirt, something. Not flowers.
Not flowers, unless they're edible.
Ooh.
like not trying to make anyone feel bad about that.
Yeah,
I
no.
was genuinely just trying to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are on a platform.
Oh yeah.
Calling her homeless and she doesn't have shit. She might feel some type of way.
help her, and then she goes and says all this stuff like, oh, I'm crazy, I'm recording and this and that. I'm like, girl, you were screaming on the phone whenever this because she said that. How did I hear?
When did Tom become a drama He's got a drama podcast now. So he's a karaoke singer and a drama content creator. We got some super chats to recognize here. Also, Pumpkin Lady's in the chat.
Oh, Pumpkin Lady, I mentioned you earlier, so I don't know if you had heard it, but I absolutely love my little bunny, Build a Bunny, and just so cute. And I got to dress her all up and stuff,
It's like my little lady's back there.
It was just so cute. And then glasses and the jean jacket. It was just,
She looks like Nana. The bunny actually
I
looks
loved
like Nana.
it.
Susie Q, the vulture light is right. Normally you can see it, but I accidentally put Jack Skellington. But behind that is,
should I pull
do you
it out?
mind,
No.
Nana? We have like The Price is Right. She's one of our models. Okay, here she is. Okay. And if you pull that away, oh, there's my vulture. Okay, can you tap it? And it changes. I love my vulture light. Thank you, Susie Q, so much. I know that there was another live where I talked about my vulture light because I'm a pop culture vulture, and I so appreciate that. And you can change the colors. It's adorable. I love it so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. David Cushmore, thank you for the super chat. Says next year, it's our year for the links. We will win. I think so too. The links are always so good.
David, that's wonderful. Yes, I love that.
Minnesota Sports, yay. Artist, so good to see you. Artist says, hello, Jolene and Nana. Nana pretty much just told to be quiet. Good to see you, Nana. Good to see you. Yeah, pretty much just Nana is very good. She will tell Tom to shut up. She'll tell Victoria. She'll tell everybody. Buffy's. Did you know Buffy was in here the whole time?
No, hi, Buffy.
Buffy, you're such a good girl.
Didn't even.
Oh my God, she
didn't make a sound.
A sound, a peep, a bark.
So, artist, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
And Susie, are we going right down the line?
Oh, I
here?
already
I'm
highlighted
sorry.
those. Sorry, you were modeling while I was doing this. Nana is like,
I can't do a multitask. I want to work
like
for
the-
Drew. I was going to say Drew
Barrymore.
Barrymore.
You don't want to work for Drew Barrymore. Did you see how close she sits to people?
No,
Stop it,
Drew Carey. Drew
Stop
Carey.
it.
Sorry,
Drew
Drew
Barrymore.
Carey. Love you.
You're a model now, like Victoria Lee Robinson, Tom Sandoval's girlfriend. Nana just modeled because I'm going to pay her $5 for that. So that she got paid for that.
Really? I'd gladly rather have a sandwich.
I want to give you flowers.
I
Nana
don't-
is very homeless, like Tom Sandoval.
I don't want flowers. I want a sandwich and some chips. That's what I'm hungry for.
Paula
today.
wants to know how long Nana's in town. She's here till after Halloween. She's going to spend Halloween with me.
I'm here to All Souls Day.
Oh, yeah. What is that? The
For all
second,
you
first?
born again Catholics or runaway Catholics.
All you
Yeah.
runaways.
Because the kids were talking to me the other day, and Lucy says, "Oh, it would be
The
so
grandbabies?
nice." The grandbabies, yeah, I call them the kids. And I want the day after Halloween off because we're so tired. And I says, "We always got it off." Well, why? I says, "Well, it was All Saints Day. It was a holy day of obligation in the parochial schools,
What
and we always got it
obligations
off."
did you have? Exercise the demons. that day.
I'm not sure. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
they just called it a holy day of obligation. You're obligated to go to church. So I said, so instead we had to go to church, instead of going to school.
No offense, all offense. I'd rather go to school. Kylie says CBS should donate the Spiz tent to homeless. But thank you. That would work. Pumpkin Lady, thank you so much. She is here in the chat. Oops, I'm trying to.
Yes,
highlight your
I had
thing.
just mentioned
You're
her
very
and
welcome.
said
She
it was
loved
just
it.
I just loved
I
it.
feel like, did you pick out the bunny to look like Nana? Because it looks like Nana.
It was just so darn cute. And I said the kids always, play with the stuff that I get. They're not touching that.
They're
The
not.
grandkids. Sorry.
That's Nana's.
How
Oh,
did
yeah.
I hear her or whatever? But
Oh, that
your
walking red
your
flag, yeah.
phone was like
Yeah.
all the way up, and I could just hear her yelling it. And I'm literally just standing right there, and I looked over at you, and I'm like, both of you. So I walk out because
Yeah.
I was like, this is like she was causing so many arguments, and
So-
you didn't know any better.
No, I didn't. And
Because
He
he
doesn't
doesn't
know.
know any better. There's a soundbite.
Girl.
I know what that is. He doesn't know any better.
Stop giving this man passes. He is 96 years old.
I know. I know.
He is. He was here for the bicentennial. When was the bicentennial of the country?
1976.
Okay, that wasn't long ago. Whatever before that. He was around during World War II. This man has seen some shit. Yet he doesn't know any better.
He doesn't know any
and
better.
to explain more about how this got to this point, and to talk about I ended up getting Billy a laptop because sort of like in exchange for her helping me out.
Yeah, of course.
She wanted me to file a claim on my homeowner's insurance for her stuff out of her car, and I'm like, my deductible is like $10,000.
Parents, are you doing enough to get your child into
That's
a
fraud.
I thought you had it like that though. He actually, if you're gonna own this multi-million-dollar home, you got it like that though, don't you, Tommy? Don't you, Tommy?
That's fraud.
I don't think you could do that.
It's insurance fraud, and we're going to tell who sells insurance again. Vicky Gumbelson.
So there.
Does she sell
I don't know what she
health
does.
insurance?
You might be able to. I don't know. Yeah, but like it doesn't. Your deductible is like 10. It's like for serious damage, and or serious theft or whatever. But I was like, I'll get you a laptop. And at this time, I mean, during this period of time, I mean, Billy was like helping me out, but like literally, I mean, she's like, can I borrow some money for dinner? Like I would be giving her cash, Venmoing her for dinner.
Well, sounds like you adopted her. How nice. What a nice father figure you could be.
It's always so nice to do nice things for your friends and then slam them against the wall and then mention all the nice things that you've done.
And make them feel bad and shame them for that. Silly Goose says, what a hero, Tom. What a damn hero.
But also during this time, she's telling T and other people that me and her are having a child together. And
maybe because you made her believe that she could use your spiz.
That's
like,
right.
I heard this from T and I was like, she's like, T would be like, oh, like, why are you, you're helping Tom get this? It's like, well, I'm getting a baby out of it and like all this stuff. And then she would say things like, I would, overhear like things like, oh, like, I hope Tom doesn't mind if the baby's a vegan. And it freaked me the fuck out because I know how reactive Billy can get. And this is somebody who,
and also that
has been like close to me during this time, who could sell stories and get like blah, blah, blah. I'm just fucking scared at what she might fucking say.
Did he say she sold stories? What? I gotta slow it down a little.
No.
And also that
has been like close to me during this time, who could sell stories and
who could sell
Who
stories.
could sell
No one's
stories.
gonna buy that story, Tom. Nobody buys any of your
No.
stories.
And no one wants your jizz and no one's going to pay for it. Okay.
Except if Vicky ends up taking it, God bless.
get like blah, blah, blah. I'm just fucking scared at what she might fucking say. Also, during this, after that. So where it comes to a head is I'm kind of scared. And then I met Karama from Queer Eye. Awesome dude, by the way. Karama, you're the shit. I met him at the BravoCon. He hosted our gala for Vanderpumprules, and I was talking to him. Super cool guy. We hit it off, and then like sometime later, his partner had a makeup release party. Billy and him knew each other, and so we went over there. Everybody leaves. We're hanging out by his fire pit, and he says like, so Tom, like, I hear you and Billy are bringing a child into this world.
No.
And I was like, I literally like immediately I was like, whoa. I was like,
okay, so if you don't want anyone to ever think you're going to bring a child into the world with them, don't offer them your jizz. Hot, right? You should have said, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. But you made her believe there was an opportunity. Sounds like she took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nancy, we're going to go check my P.O. box later today or tomorrow. So I will let you know. And thank you so much for sending that. You're so sweet. Yeah, Silly Goose says, that's the story you're worried about?
I know. It's just pitiful.
Pitiful.
Billy, like, I never, like, this has never been said. No, that's not happening. And like, and I could tell, like, even when he said it, Billy was like that a little bit. And I'm like, okay, so like,
she wasn't expecting it to get back to
if you told this, Krama's not your best friend.
Right.
I've met this dude 2 times.
Right.
And this dude's literally like, oh, so I hear you and Billy are bringing a child into this world. I'm like, what the fuck? So I can only
He's making it seem like she pulled this out of thin air. You literally told us you were open to it. You had a conversation about it. So she's going to believe, hey, this is my good friend. He seems open to it. I could totally see this man on one of his highs, so to say, so to speak, or whatever to call it, where he would say, yeah, no, totally. If you need some jizz, let me know. I got lots of jizz. I can totally see him offering that. So he's making it seem like she's insane and she just pulled this out of thin air. Like, I don't even know this woman. Huh?
Imagine how many people Billy is telling this to. And I'm like, Billy, I was like, Billy, like, you can't even afford fucking dinner. Like, you don't have a place to live. This was, I assumed that, like, Billy's from Indiana. I assume this is like, okay, like, you had been with trans men before. Like, you're with a trans man, or like, you're with somebody where you can't have a child with that person.
Right.
And like, I assumed that would be the case, and you would be moving far away. They would never know. Like, no, she's like telling people, well, I expect them to pay for college. And like, she's doing stand-up comedy. She doesn't even have a partner. I'm like,
jeez.
I just, yeah.
She's broke. She's from Indiana. She's trans. Like, he's just, what's his point?
so what are you going to do? Go do stand-up and just drop? that like I was like,
Nana's gonna
Billy,
check the dog.
like
I'm gonna check.
she's like, would you
You
know how
wanna
much
grab
money like
yourself a bill?
me as a single trans woman, like mother would make like you make so much money with kids. I was like,
Oh shit! He's accusing Billy Lee of only wanting to have a child to make money and profit off of it. Oh, you don't think she's gonna respond, Tom? Tom wants her to respond because I'm not gonna listen to this podcast. If he's talking about music, he doesn't know nothing about music. He doesn't know nothing about music. If he's singing, I'm not going. But I might want to hear what this crazy man has to say about a little bit of drama. So, oh my God. I hope Billy Lee drags his ass.
Billy, that's just the wrong things to be saying. Like,
That's why you want a kid?
yeah, I'm like,
and again, Tom, all we know about Tom is he is a proven known liar. That's all we know. So I'm going to have to, Billy Lee, she's not up there in my, as like, oh, whatever she says is the word of the Lord. But compared to him, I'm probably going to err on the side of believing Billy.
what the fuck? So shortly thereafter that, all of a sudden it's like she starts like being whatever, and then that's when she starts saying all these things to Victoria about like my friends and like about my cousin and like being like just creating, and it started to create arguments between like me and my friends and between her and I, because she would be like, I don't trust Kyle, or like Josh is blah blah blah, and it's like whoa, like,
well, I didn't say anything about Josh.
But I mean, like, you were just
no, I was gonna say I didn't say anything about Josh.
No,
about
but
Kyle,
man, you two better get on the same page, because you gotta remember, Vicky, Tom stay lying, and like Mallory says, liars will keep lying if you let them and if you baby them. And Tom makes up complete narratives, false narratives for himself in stories.
I mean, you were like Billy wants to fire Josh, or like all that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was saying I didn't say anything.
No,
about
you
Josh.
didn't. No,
Yeah.
but
but she was like
Billy just talked
wants
my
to-
ear off about
yeah, well, she was
firing
standing at
Josh.
the kitchen and she was like, well, we could fire Josh and hire you both an assistant to share, because I needed an assistant at the time because I had taking care of my dad, like moving into my house. I had a lot of this stuff.
You have a lot going on.
Yeah, and
tomato.
just feeding me a bunch of other things. Also, just like going
because I need an assistant because I have a house and I work out and I've smoked weed twice. I need an assistant.
back. I'm like, my head is like spinning right now.
I know, it's a lot, and we're going back here.
To be honest, I feel like we're very ADD at this right now. Like we're very ADD talking about.
Why did you even talk about it? Why didn't you just let it go? No one was talking about it anymore. Now people are going to talk about it again. No one was caring. It wasn't in the it wasn't in the universe of things people knew about. You brought it back, so clearly you want this news brought back months later.
Because I'm like, do all the viewers know about this? I'm not sure. Anyways, but if you do, you do. If you don't, just don't worry about it. But
I'm still kind of like in a what?
Yeah, I know. I just like, but anyways, like going back and like I was just like thinking, I was like, I remember whenever I was sitting on your couch, I was at your house, and I just like look down and I just like look at like, which by the way, I've never met T in my life. And I am very aware that him and you and T like had a little thing, like whatever it was before. And they weren't dating at the same time as me. Nobody was. I was when I started dating you, like officially and everything, we were together 24/7. We are always together.
Yeah.
You guys know that if you're together 24/7, you can't cheat. You can't cheat emotionally. You can't cheat physically. Tom can cheat himself when you are on top of him. Tom's inside of you and he's cheating. You know what I mean? Like Tom will find a way. That is Tom's one true talent. If everyone's like, what's Tom Sandoval's talent? It's cheating. It's cheating. Now he's not a good liar, but people unfortunately end up trusting him and then they get screwed over. But yeah, the fact that she's like, we're together 24/7. So like, he could still cheat.
Factual information.
I love it.
Yeah. But no, I just remember like Billy's supposed to be your friend, and then I just like look on Instagram, and the first words I hear on her Instagram,
our podcast.
But it was on her Instagram or whatever. It was like on Reel or something.
Her, Tom,
and it goes, so let's talk about Tom Sandoval's dick. And I'm like,
dude, this is so this is
like,
right after sorry to interrupt. This is right after this New York Times article came out, which was a fucking disaster, by the way. And
you remember the New York Times article about Sandoval? I think we read it. I know I think I read it to you, but it was so bad. And it's all because of Tom Sandoval. And then Bravo had to step in with their PR people. because he was hiring like 22-year-olds off TikTok who were just roasting him up in the interview. And the woman that wrote the article, she wrote it so beautifully. And you could tell she was trying to be fair to the guy, but he's just such a walking disaster.
Yes,
and
he
he's
is.
his own worst enemy. And he's so delusional that it was hilarious. And now he's like, it's a fucking disaster. But it's because of you, Tom. Because usually if you're a fucking disaster, everything you make, everything you do will end up being a fucking disaster.
And I was like, and Billy's like, oh, I'm going to bring tea on my podcast. I'm like, bitter tea? No, I'm like, I don't know. That's such a good idea. Please don't talk about me. Please don't talk about the New York Times thing.
If you haven't noticed, now mentioning your name ever gets people viewers. When you, I mean, literally, if you looked at Billy's,
I have 172 watching. When I cover Big Brother, I can have up to 1,000. So never me just covering Tom Sandoval has gotten me those viewers. No offense. We're all here because we just like each other. We're not here for him. No one even knew we were going to be talking about him. But now that we are talking about him, I think some people left. So Vicky, that's cute that you think your boyfriend's that special. Now add in some Ariana, you're going to get some views. Okay?
That's right.
But Tom Sandoval alone, girl, he can't even fill his own karaoke shows. So what are you talking about? Now, she's not wrong in that it probably did boost Billy Lee's, views only because they want to see Billy Lee roast up and expose Tom. It's not because they like him. It's not because of his talent. Alexandra, that's a great point. Alexandra says, I'm wondering if they're bringing this up because they were supposed to start filming VPR in the fall. And this drama is going to be brought on, or they're trying to maybe, even push it like, see, you want this show to come back because we have all of this drama. But people want to just watch you get roasted, bro.
More or less, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more or less, yes.
Yes. We have not yet watched the Beverly Hills trailer. We're just finishing this up. And then maybe we'll probably do that tomorrow. The Beverly Hills Housewives trailer came out.
Oh,
Instagram.
okay.
My
Okay.
friend, I mean, obviously my friends are going to tell me and send me screenshots. It was like Victoria, blah, blah, blah. Victoria this, Tom this. And I'm like, once.
Yep. That's called dating a reality star who also has a podcast where he talks shit about people. So how can you complain? That's what I don't understand. How can you complain about people shit talking you or talking about you on their podcast, giving their perception when you guys are giving your perception on his podcast? And I just had to bypass like 6 ads during this, and we didn't even watch the full time, So
the first time I met your Nana, I love her, Lady Jane.
Isn't she the
Thank you.
best?
That's so nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll watch Billy Lee. I'll watch Billy Lee
yeah.
trash him till the end of time. I'll tell you that. Any woman that wants to roast his ass, I'm there. Front seat.
Let's all stop a minute.
Okay.
And hit the like.
Yes, Nana.
Those likes really do help.
Aw. Thank you, Red Wolf. Since we're all here because we missed you, Jolene. I missed you guys
isn't that
too.
nice?
I can't go that long without going live. I just thought, I'm doing these edited videos, and then I got really into them, and then I just get lost for like a day editing these videos and watching the lives and putting stuff together. It's kind of like a fun puzzle, but so frustrating.
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm like, 3 rows. It's just about us. And I'm like, when's your last podcast been? Oh, it's been like weeks. And then I'm like, after that, there was nothing. And I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is like all you have to talk about. And I'm like, and it's lies. And anyways, going back to what I was saying, I thought it was so incredibly rude.
Okay, so let me just stop here because they're talking about how Billy Lee, she has nothing else to talk about. Or she could have taken a break from her podcast like Tom Sandoval did because he said he was on tour. Well, guess what? Billy Lee's a stand-up comedian. She could have been on tour too and needed to take a break from her podcast. So I love how it's not the same for Tom. It's not that Tom didn't have anything to talk about. He was busy singing karaoke. Well, maybe Billy Lee was doing comedy and she didn't have time to do her podcast. And podcasts do take breaks. Now I, as a live streamer, and I used to have podcasts, but I haven't really taken a long break like that. But people do that all the time.
And like trashy that like
The
somebody
first
is
thing that
supposed to be
comes-
your friend and supposed to be my friend too. At the time, Billy was my friend, is like bringing on and not an ex, but like an ex fling or whatever, and then go, let's talk about Tom Sandoval's dick.
Literally
and then
the first thing that came out of her mouth. So T, let's talk about Sandoval's dick.
And then,
I'm
and
like,
then
Wait, this is while you guys were friends.
So just
yeah,
which is kind of like what he does with Rachel Raquel or with Ariana. Never have sex. She has to wear a t-shirt with sex. Oh yeah, we had t-shirt sex. Or when he talks about how Rachel Raquel took off her swimsuit in front of him and went skinny dipping, and that's why he cheated. So he talks about women's bodies the same way. So Tom, how does it feel when you're objectified back? He doesn't like it, man. Isn't that weird?
He doesn't like it. And, you know, I mean, I don't want to talk about his dick.
Well, I don't either. I think his dick should be the thing we don't talk about because gyros. No offense, all offense. But I just love that now someone's talking about his body parts or him sexually, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But the women that he's talked about, nope, it's fine. It's fine to put down Ariana. It's fine to try to shame her. She wears a fucking t-shirt. It's not sexy. And then also slut shame Rachel Raquel and go, it's her fault. She came after me. I can't say no. This guy is
like
just... Can Bravo just fire his ass?
So we are now officially together. I just felt like it was very uncomfortable. She knew like where we were in the relationship, and it was just trashy. And I was just kind of like, oh well, that was kind of like a backhanded little thing. But then on top of that, so the New York Times thing that
goes
happened
on
with
to
Tom.
just talk about the New York Times article
He
the
said,
whole
please-
fucking time. I was
Well,
like, please do not talk about it.
Yes, please do not say anything. And then she goes on and says that he has like a low IQ and says
While she's still friends with you.
Oh yeah.
and she walked in that.
Well, that's just constructive criticism. Get
That's
your IQ
right.
up.
That's right. Get your IQ
What do you
up.
think, Nana?
You know, send her flowers.
Send her flowers to eat, lay on, or use as a roof. He's learned nothing, silly goose. Nothing.
House the day after this, like nothing happens, or
Unannounced, by the way. That started happening.
Wait, but didn't you say that she lived with you? So if you live with someone, you probably don't announce every time you're, hello, I'm staying with you. I am coming home. You usually, even when I go do shows in Arizona, stay with my friend Nicole, she gives me a key. I don't have to go, Nicole, I am entering your home now. What is this dude talking about?
Happening.
Well,
It's like a sitcom.
she, in my opinion, she should have never had a key.
Yeah.
But yeah, unannounced.
Quite often.
I was not walking in unannounced, not having a key. This is not my home.
Right.
This is Ariana and Tom's home. I am not some crazy girl walking in like, and I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I'm obviously like hanging out at his house because it is still his home.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the difference between you, Vicky, is you're Tom's girlfriend. You're new to the situation. Billie Lee was actually friends with both Tom and Ariana at the time. And Ariana herself, until Billie Lee kind of talked a lot of shit about her, was saying that Billie Lee was coming over, walking the dogs, taking care of the plants. So Ariana was fine with it. Tom was fine with it for a period of time. So it's very different than you just walking in compared to her. Now, did Billie Lee maybe take advantage of that situation, film some TikToks and reels there and whatever? Maybe. But I would say Tom's to blame for that because he seemed to like open his home up to her. So she took it. And you guys keep saying how homeless she is. And we know LA has, Los Angeles County itself has a homeless epidemic, where you should want to help your friends if they don't have anywhere to live. Right, Tom?
No, I still feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Right.
I'm not staying there. We're going to stay at my house and everything. But like,
yeah,
if we're having like a dinner or like
Right.
watching a movie randomly on the couch or something random, or picking up clothes and going back to my house, and she just walks in and I'm like,
yeah,
this is weird. And then I just remember she would trash Ariana so bad. She'd be like, oh, she needs to get her fucking mail. She needs to clean up her shit, blah, blah, blah. And then she would go to clean.
They're really
pushing
this like Ariana hater. Ariana doesn't care. I guarantee she probably doesn't even barely talk to Billie. She's probably going to be nice to her when she sees her.
They are very disappointing as human beings.
And again,
they are.
This is what Tom Sandoval likes to do. Welcome to your life, Vicky. This is what he does. He offers people the world and then doesn't deliver and throws it back in their face and cheats on them, lies to them, and they're the problem. We've seen this happen time and time again. He wants to be the hero, but he doesn't have follow through. He's not a committed person, and he's a liar. So he'll say, oh, yes, this, that, and give, offer people everything, like wanting to, sperminate Ariana's eggs while you're cheating on her. And then you're the one saying, she's stopping me from having kids. I want to have kids. But yet she's like, okay, I will offer this to you because I love you so much. And then he's like, oh, I can't. Oh, never mind. And then all of a sudden he can't sperminate the eggs. And we find out he's cheating on her. Yes.
I know.
Snap, Nana.
Can we speed that part
Speed
up?
it up.
It's
Yeah.
like sitting at the kitchen table talking to Josh.
She's just saying
She
the
would go to
same thing
clean. She
over
would
and over
shove everything
again.
in a bunch in like drawers and just like move people. And
I just spent over
it just
$1,000
felt-
because she like
it-
she like threw
it felt
my
like-
Oh, not $1,000. But you got it like that, Tom. Remember, you were going to buy the house, and Ariana said you can't afford it. You said, yes, I can, but you can't afford $1,000.
Mercedes keys into
And you can afford a Mercedes? That should be chump change, Tom.
like a random drawer with the dining room.
Oh, we'll take care of your own keys and clean your own house. You know what? It wouldn't
Water
happen if
your
you
own
cleaned your
plants.
own house, you loser.
Plateware, just brushed shit in, and like I found my Mercedes key. That was like fucking I don't even know $3,000 later that I found it in there, like many months later after I'd already paid for it. It just was.
Notice how it went from $1,000 to $3,000 fast. That was quick.
It just became very invasive, and it became to the point where like what happened was where the falling out came from. I'm hearing all these things being said about me to my friends. You know, like because my friends, I didn't talk to like Kyle or Jason as often.
Oh, real winners there.
Yeah.
When we really started getting more serious because it's like that new honeymoon stage. And so what?
Because we're very possessive over each other. Translation, Nana?
I don't trust you.
Billy did. Like she reached out to my friends and said, "Oh, you haven't seen Tom lately because he's drinking every day. He's missing these appointments. He's
Vampire.
sleeping in. There's drugs everywhere on the fucking table." It's like,
I mean, hashtag believable. No offense, Tom, but you haven't set yourself up very well. So when Billy Lee told that story, I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
It really does, especially drugs all over the table. I hope they used a tablecloth.
Oh, but then the drugs get caught. If it's powders, they get caught in the tablecloth, right? Well, depending.
Yep, depending. Depending.
Okay, yeah. See.
like fucking ridiculous. First of all, I don't do drugs.
Right.
Sure, buddy.
Another soundbite for you, Tom.
I don't do drugs.
Recreationally.
No.
I do it for business. I don't do it for sport. I don't do it for fun, recreation. I take it seriously. I do my drugs like I do my taxes. Well, I don't want to do my taxes It's a job, bro. Don't put me
Fucking don't do coke, and I don't do drugs recreationally.
What about Adderall? I don't know. Ask your friend Jax. Word on the curb is he might like a little bit of, I don't know.
The Adderall, is that what they used for?
What's ADD medication? But some people, let's just say, not anyone here or anyone on the screen, obviously, could snort it. You could chop it up. You could, you know what I mean? You could smoke it, I guess. You could do lots of stuff with it, you know? And it's an amphetamine. So I don't know.
Does it speed you up? Amphetamine speeds you up, correct?
Yes,
Just like
yeah.
speed, little white crosses.
You can meth out a little bit. Yeah.
Like it's not a Tuesday, and I'm gonna fucking drop some E or some fucking what 2C or whatever the fuck is out these.
What's a 2C? Is that the stuff that Diddy had as part of the pink stuff? How do you even know the name of that? That's sus. That's sus, right, Kelly? He said that with a straight face. And a crooked eyebrow.
Days. Like I don't do that shit. Like music festivals, yeah, mushroom trip every once in a while, whatever. But like I don't do that shit. And I sure as fucking dating.
Yeah, just like every good 80-year-old music festival, do a little shrooms, do a little hallucinogen, you know?
And Katie wasn't doing that because she wasn't bouncing to the music.
That's the Katie,
there you go.
You got to start doing mushrooms, hallucinogens like Tom, and then you'll be bouncing and sweating.
Now, pink cocaine, what exactly is that? Is that what they were finding in P. Diddy?
I think so. Yeah, a little
And
E
P.
on
Diddy's
Tuesdays. He likes
home?
ecstasy too.
Oh, you know, on Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay.
When they went to that rage party and you had to.
A rave?
Yes,
Or
rave.
A rage party. A rage party is what Tom has. He has a lot of rage in him. And
Oh
wants
my
to
God. You know, life
police
is good.
How people have fun. But
Yes.
a rave.
The rave party. Yes. They had.
With Ramona Ryder, Nina Davis were there at the rage party.
That's when Emily was on there. Oh, Emily Valentine. I loved her. And on Beverly Hills 90210, there was a guy that was at the rave and he wore a big E on his sweatshirt and he sold ecstasy. And that's how you knew where to go
He
to
had
get
an
it.
E?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's a cop. I wouldn't buy from that guy because I go, that's a cop, because that's a cop idea. You're not going to, if you're a drug dealer, you're not going to wear a shirt with the first letter of the drug you sell.
Emily Valentine did.
Oh, Emily Valentine wore it?
No, she bought it from the guy with the big E. And then she slipped some into Brandon's drink. It was a.
Oh no!
Does
Brandon
anybody?
Said, Liam Payne of One Direction, who passed away, very sad.
Oh,
They found that. Is that what they found? That
what did they find?
Watusi, the pink stuff or whatever. Pink cocaine is a mix of drugs in one. Red Wolf it's the Tucci. Yeah, the Tucci is a coke combo. Pink coke is the Tusi. The Tucci. Yeah,
They call it pink cocaine though.
it's
Okay.
Tucci or Tusi. Kylie says it checks out. We all saw him try to no-show to Vial Files, right? Tom, you have a proven history of lying. You have a proven history of like not showing up to stuff. We literally saw Tom Schwartz and Nick Vial sit there and wait for you, and you were probably not going to show up, and then they hounded you, and you did. So, I mean, come on. Silly Goose says, I don't do drugs recreationally, just festivals, concerts, sex with people in their 20s. You know, that's
You
how it's
should
going on.
see what it did to Brandon though. Oh my
Silly Goose says,
gosh.
Brandon, what did
There,
he do?
thank you.
What happened to Brandon when he took ecstasy?
Oh, he just was going crazy and just, rolling around the car
That's why
with
they call it
Emily.
rolling, Nana. He was rolling.
Oh, he was rolling. And then he
Were they
left
dry
his
humping
car
or
there.
something?
Kind of as much as 90210 could show
So
that.
were just
And they
literally
did.
rolling around.
Yeah, on the car's hood. And that was Brandon's favorite car, his little Mustang that he worked at the Peach Pit and he worked at the beach club to save his money. And they left the car there that night because he wasn't able to drive. And then they came back.
But at least he
Dylan and
didn't
him.
drive under the
I know.
influence.
Dylan and him came back and they destroyed his car. People destroyed his car.
Because they were on ecstasy? Does that
I'm
make
not
it-
sure. I just don't think they liked
Oh.
Emily Valentine, but I really
Who
did.
destroyed his car, though?
People that were at the rave.
Oh, maybe they were raging at the rave because she owed him drug money.
Does that mean rolling on the river?
Rolling. 2C pink cocaine, Mallory says, is a mix of ketamine, meth, MDMA, and other stuff. Oh my God. So that is the stuff that was at the Diddy party. So ketamine, that's the Matthew Perry passed away, the ketamine. Some
So
people
sad.
are able to use it like, I don't know if you would call it microdosing, but they're able to use it for some like mental health stuff. Meth, MDMA, which isn't MDMA the date grape drug? I don't want to say the word on YouTube because they get mad, but isn't that the same as the date grape drug? And some other stuff probably, and it'll have food coloring in it to make it pink. Oh, to make it like Crystal Light. That's ew.
Oh, yeah, the car was trashed, Silly Goose. Yes, do you remember? Yes, it was so sad because then later on.
MDMA is ecstasy. I apologize. Yes.
Oh, MDMA is ecstasy.
Rohypnol is the date grape drug. Yeah.
Oh. And then Pamela D saying she missed 90210. Well, honey, it's really easy. You just go on to Pluto or to Turbo, is it called? Or Tubi. I always call it Turbo.
Turbo. You look for Ramona Ryder and Gina Davis. They'll be at a rage.
You go to Tubi.
On Tuber. What do you call it? Tubi?
Turbo.
Turbo.
And they have it, that 90210. And right now, it's where he's been taken by Suzanne. This is Dylan, who's taken by Suzanne for all the money. They're right there right now.
Oh, when the dad's girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, Mallory says
So
pink cocaine actually doesn't have cocaine in it. MDMA is Molly ecstasy, but GHB, yes, is what they think the baby oil was laced. Thank you, Mallory, for the education.
GHB is what they think the baby
That's
oil was
the
laced with.
date
All
grape.
the
I think that's a similar one where you'll be like out of it. Horrible. But Tom doesn't do it recreationally. He does it professionally.
and during concerts.
Allegedly.
Somebody who's doing that either because we wouldn't vibe then.
Okay, so I'm just like literally reading.
I wouldn't vibe with the drug user, duh.
Off my phone because it's been so.
It has been so long.
It's
I'm
been
like,
so long that like.
Then why are you talking about it?
Like I don't think about this anymore. To be honest.
Well, you must think about it. That's all you've been talking about.
You're boring my Nana. So
You're
it's pretty
boring me.
clear that you are thinking about this, like she said.
Honest,
I don't
I love when people say, I don't even think about this, but they talk about it. You must have thought about it.
I don't put my like
We didn't ask you to talk about this.
energy towards it.
You just put an hour. It's an hour and 12 minutes.
And I also just like forgot like how she spoke so
How can you forget? You've been pretty clear.
Because she's
Tell me.
on pink cocaine.
much. Like I
Allegedly.
literally have to like write a couple
Funny
things down so
things.
that I don't get to everything. It's just because I
Believe me, we don't care.
I didn't go
No.
back and watch the video. I'm just trying to go back off of memory. But anyways,
Because if you're going to defame someone about how they defamed you, you wouldn't do the research and make sure you knew what they said before you talked about it, right?
You know what?
Why would you?
So yeah, she said that I tried to move Ariana's stuff out of the house, which is absolutely not true, or out of the bedroom or whatever. And
it's absolutely not true. I actually tried to pee on it. So she doesn't even know. I tried to pee on her stuff.
Actually, and this goes back to another thing. So what happened was, is she was going to Tom's house when Tom was at Trader's. I was not there. I was at my house, and Josh was, his cousin was at Tom's house watching over the house, and she was getting her plants because Tom was like, "You're booted. You're done. Get out. Like, I mean, get your things out."
She was really happy. That's just that's the happiest I've seen Victoria. You're booted.
You're out. Tom said you have to go.
Fix yourself, girl. You gotta kill us.
And
She had her shit there for a long time.
Yeah, she stored her stuff there. And anyways, I don't know who moved her plants upstairs.
I did. I moved all of her stuff together.
Oh, we solved the case. It was
Yeah, I was saying, I don't know.
touching a woman's stuff
But anyways, apparently
without consent.
she walked upstairs and saw like Ariana's things up there, and just
Which the reason why that was happening is because Josh needed a place to stay, and literally the
Everyone in Tom's life is homeless. He has to save them all.
Do we have bread for a sandwich?
We do.
the main bedroom, the primary bedroom, had been complete. It looked like a hoarder was in there. It was just boxes and shit everywhere. I mean, and
I think he just called Ariana a hoarder. Sir, we've seen the place. You are not clean yourself.
literally the other room is for storage. The other one's a gym. So it's like I can't even have Josh stay there because I was staying in the spare bedroom. So I was like,
oh no, you can't have Josh stay in Ariana's room while you are basically, what is it called when people overtake homes?
Sperminating.
No.
Oh, am I behind?
When you're squatting. You're basically squatting as Ariana's like in New York and wants to sell the place. You're like, I'm so sorry, my friends can't come stay in Ariana's bedroom.
Like, you know, Ariana had not been there for many months. Obviously, she hadn't paid the mortgage since before June.
She's not living there. Why should she have to pay the mortgage? You're the one that screwed up.
I wouldn't pay her ass. She's the one that said, let's sell this. And you were the one that was taking advantage of the house and putting a stop to it actually being sold. He really wants to villainize every woman who has like legitimate criticism against him. He turns them into a no bill paying homeless villain. And they all try to have sex with them like Rachel Raquel.
Of course they do.
They're all trying to get his dick.
So it was just like, I'm moving your stuff to another bedroom so I can stay in the primary bedroom and Josh can have the guest room. Because he need a place to stay for a few months.
Yeah. But what I was saying is, yeah, that definitely did not come from me. I would never, I would never ever touch anybody's things. I would never tell you to do that.
Especially not, no.
Not especially not.
This is cannabis and mushrooms in a can. You ever tried anything like that?
Can they hear us?
That's exactly right, Mallory. Sandoval wasn't being transparent about the monthly bill. So she's like, I don't trust you. You are a known liar. We saw this happen on the show. You're a known liar. She wanted you to break down the bills. You wouldn't do it. So yeah, someone who has totally betrayed her trust. I wouldn't give you my money.
I wouldn't give you squat.
Are you crazy?
Is this the live 219? Is that how long we've been on already?
I know.
I wouldn't do that to any woman.
Let's
I
wrap
don't care
up.
who you are. Like, I wouldn't want that happening to me, so I wouldn't do that. Secondly, yeah, so it was like Josh told me he was like, yeah, they like came over and said, I'm going to have to say something about Tom and I's friendship. He said that Billy said that her manager said that she had to address it like anybody. Like,
well, I'm sure her manager's like, yes, can you address that you are no longer friends with him so we can get you some work?
Really cares that much.
Wait, address.
Because we are finding it hard to get you work when you're perceived to be simping for Tom Sandoval, the most hated man in America right now. Thank you.
Address the fact that
I'm
her
sorry.
and I are
Address the
Not necessarily the most hated man, but anyway.
Well, one of them.
fact, yes, that they are not friends anymore.
I just stopped talking to her.
Address it publicly?
Yeah, she
like I don't
she
know.
texted me like a few times.
Yeah, because it's going to be better for her image. The managers look at your overall career. And she's like, oh, shit, you broke up with him? Let's put out a press release. Because then you're going to get some brands, some gigs. We'll be able to get you something. Because with him, girl, it's a sinking ship.
And I just,
weird, right?
I was so.
It's funny how these people in the business don't understand how the business works.
She tried to say that the reason why she started all of the podcast stuff was because I made a comment on Instagram.
No.
And that's not true because well before she was telling.
How are these people adults? I made a comment on Instagram and then she said.
I don't know.
What what's in that Sprite? Because
I don't know, but he got
know-
another one.
But do you see how like the way he drinks Sprite is like, you know, when you drink a pop and you're like, but when there's alcohol allegedly in it, you would kind of go a little.
Sip
drink
it,
a little,
sip it,
little
sip it,
different.
sip
little
it.
different.
She actually even said it before this a second time to Josh as well. Anyways, it wasn't because of me. That was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found out there were a lot of lies, and we found out they were all coming from her. This being told to this person,
Nana's on a
Jason,
hunger strike.
Kyle,
Well, I
to,
mean,
like,
you were
the things that was being. I would be out with somebody, and she'd be like, "You don't want to hang out with that person. You don't want to hang out with this." But like every time, and then
babe, you were
things,
giving her a baby. You were giving her money. You were getting her nails done. I mean, you got her a laptop. I mean, shit. I mean, she's trying to keep you on, babe.
No, but
She's trying to keep you on. Oh, very funny, Vicky.
You know-
All right. My Nana can't handle you. We have to stop because you've hungered my Nana. You have bored her. We should go get our nails done. She needs a sandwich. I got to feed her. You guys, thank you. You're all right. You're all correct in the chat. Nana needs a sandwich.
I just haven't had breakfast or anything yet. So
What?
I'm kind of, no, I didn't
Well,
eat
I
anything.
haven't either, but
No.
that's normal for me. So, oh my goodness, Nana, this was fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. Sound good?
Okay, that sounds good.
We'll make it shorter,
We'll make it short.
and we'll eat breakfast.
All right. Well, yeah.
We're back in the game. I might go live later today. I don't know. We'll see what we end up doing. But we got a lot of plans happening here, you guys.
We do.
We
I'm
got some home
excited.
stuff they're gonna help me with, like fixing a couple things, installation of things. We might put up some peel and stick wallpaper that's been sitting around.
I'm
for a
pretty
while.
excited about
What
that.
else? We're gonna go swimming probably. We got to get
Yes.
our nails done. We have to go to Target.
Yes, I wanted to get my not my nails done.
Your toenails.
My
petties.
toenails, petties.
Patties. Yes.
And I'm gonna meet Ramona Ryder there
and Gina Davis.
and Gina Davis, and I'm going to a rage at the.
And Nana, she did go to the casino last night, but they were only there 2 hours. I dropped them off, and I thought I could run errands. And then they called me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? I'm on my way to another Target because I don't want to brag, but I live by 3 Targets. Thank you." And they were like, "We're ready." And I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna run to Target." We're ready now. I'm like, "Oh,
You know, that's sometimes.
Oh,
You know, as we've
okay.
gotten older, we don't stay as long. You know, and it's
Yeah.
getting late and whatever. We're sorry.
Make it longer tomorrow and eat first. Got it, Redwall. We're gonna do a 4-hour live extravaganza. Laura says, so excited to listen today. Sorry I didn't catch the whole live, but we're just glad you're here, Laura. And thank you guys so much.
Thank
Robert
you,
says,
everyone.
Nana's quaint. I'm the fashionista.
Thank you, everyone. See, I even got the little hoodie going.
You look so cute, Nene. Oh, that is so cute. Look at you. Look at you, Nene.
It kind of reminds me of the nuns, the black, the white. I got it going on.
Yes.
But thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for joining us.
Shout out to all our super chatters, Lori and Christy, Buffenmeyer, the Pumpkin Lady, Chatty Kathy gifted memberships. If you got a membership today, you guys have exclusive content. Go check that out. You also have access to emojis that you can use in the chat, and you also will have a little crown next to your name. So make sure you check that out. Jamie B, thank you for modding and being a member for 41 months. Melissa's been a member for 6 months. Evelyn gifted 5 memberships. Congratulations, guys. Care Bear's been a mod and a member for 37 months.
Wow.
Steven's been a member for a year, and he's
Thanks,
a mod.
Steven.
Shout out to Steven. Thank you, Cami, for the super chat. Ramona Ortiz, not to be confused with Ramona Ryder. Amalesh, so always good to see you, Amalesh. David Cushmore coming in with the sports and the super chats. I love it. Christina Byington, keeping it real with the and Lala. Susie Q, thank you so much. Artist, fantastic to see you, and thank you for the super chat. And Nancy, mod and member for 14 months, thank you so much. I will head to my P.O. box. And Nana loved her gifts, Pumpkin Lady. We appreciate all of you. Smash that like on the way out. Also, comment. What do you want them to comment on? Give them something you want to know in the comment section. We can go back and check what they say.
Nana looks so hot. No.
Okay, so if you watched this long, comment, Nana looks so hot. And let's see how many Nana looked so hot comments we can get. We'll also
you
know
go.
that you're a true one and you watched all the way till the end of the video. Right, Nana? Let's count them. I guess we could get 100 of those.
Really? Go Ramona. Okay.
So don't forget to comment. Nana looked so hot in the comment section after the video posts. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on social media at Joleen Lunzer everywhere. And I'll be back with the wonderful Nene tomorrow. But until then, always remember to enjoy yourself.
It's later than you think.
Bye.